officially live. Everyone should be able to see us and hear us, hopefully. Everyone check your mics.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hey, everyone.
It's a mic. It's still a Lou at 440.
Hey, I can hear everybody. I can see everyone. Chat. Let us know if anyone's frozen or muted. We'll try to get that fixed right away. Otherwise, we're going to move forward here. This is Team Plug and Play. We do this every Saturday. We're cycling through different games. We've been through some Cyberpunk Red. We're currently in Cyborg. We're at the finale of this campaign. I'll do a little mini recap before we get started because, yeah, shit's about to hit the fan. The team has a plan and things are about to get intense, I think. So I'll do a little recap before we get started so anybody watching knows exactly what has happened up to this point, and then we'll rock out this finale. That being said, this team is going to be moving on to another game after this. We're going to get through the holidays, and then we're going to come back, I think, with Vast Grim, which is kind of like a Morkborg cyborg set in space. It's kind of like the cyborg hybrid that brings it to space. So ultimately, we're going to dive into that, I think, unless something changes, and then we'll see what game is after that. But before we get into the recap, before we get into this cyborg game and this team, let's first do like we always do. Let's go around the table. Everyone introduce yourself. Let people know where they can find you online, and introduce your character as well. Raven.
Raven. You can find me all over the internet as a familiar Raven. I'm the chronicler for the High Riders, the storyteller for The Walking Dead, which we will be running next Friday. Tonight I will be playing an orphan gearhead named Ruckus, who also has a mobile weapons platform, also by the name of Ruckus. So, chew on that for a bit, and I'll give it away.
Yeah, and they've been known to cause a ruckus, too, from what I've heard. Alex.
Yep.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Maxwell. You can find me under Maxwell in the CNU Discord. You can find me as Stormwolf anywhere else on the internet, usually gameplay related. If you see me being exasperated, don't do that. I have a kitten that is exploring all my wiring. But you guys can find me every Saturday that we're streaming Team Plug and Play right here. The first Friday of every month, you can find me doing our late night, CNU fireside chat called Talk Nerdy to Me, where we go over tech, tabletop, and just general geek nerd news. And today, for possibly the last time, I will be getting into the increasingly hazardous mindset of Shind, our shunned nanomancer, slash, I don't know, like animal mascot. So yeah.
He has kind of become the animal mascot. He is our shunned nanomancer, our only shunned nanomancer now. So we've got to lean into those mutations and embrace them.
Yeah, Highlander rules.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is kind of how to. You even ended up with what was one of the powers, I think, which was if you eat the flesh of somebody that just died, you get some of their memories or something along those lines, and which is kind of funny because that's what Vulpus Vox's shunned nanomancer had for a power before they died. So it kind of is Highlander-esque in that way, I guess. Maybe kind of.
All I need is the trench coat, ponytail, and katana. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. William, Billy.
Hello. I'm Will, aka Billy Huddles. You can find me on most things under Public Pancakes online, including Suno. I write lyrics and make songs on that AI app, which I posted one of my songs on the Cyborg chat, which is about our little cyborg crew here and what we're doing. Cool song, I think. Anyway, I'm playing TD, the renegade cyber slasher, who is with the fucked up voice box.
Oh yeah, Vulpus Vox. Yeah, I haven't checked out that song either, by the way. I saw you posted it, but I saw it right before we got into the stream, so I'll have to check it out after.
Haven't had a chance to do that one myself either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that too.
Vulpus Vox.
That's right. I am Vulpus Vox. You can find me all over the socials under Vulpus Vox. Primarily haunt the CNU server, so if you have any questions or anything like that, I'll be happy to answer them for you. And if I don't have the answer, I will find the answer. Tonight I'm going to be playing 1080p, who is a burned hacker. He wears basically a CRT television on his head, and primarily communicates with his teammates and other people through the use of emojis and old TV shows that flash across the screen. Other than that, I'm looking forward to concluding today, but also disappointed that we're not going to continue on anymore, but happy to see that we're going to go on to another game system. This is going to be fun. Other than that, wish me luck. Hopefully Shin doesn't die. And again, Tick is not allowed to die.
We'll see. No guarantees. Nolan.
You know how like pirates save the in Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow has a loaded gun, but the bullet is for himself. That's pretty much what Tick has. He has one glitch just for himself. That's the last one I have. But anyways, I'm Nolan North. I play Tick here, and occasionally you'll see me in the CNU channels as Nolan North. I run a cyborg game play-by-post that we just finished up. Keep your eyes open. There might be another casting call going up sometime soon. My players survived with only one character death, so amazing for them. Also really good for me as a GM for not killing them, because there was moments where I was like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna kill them. And then aside from that, hopefully you guys see me down the road, maybe down as a game master, maybe running something for some folks here. That'll be fun. And then lastly, Tick is a short little dude. He's got a very, very big mouth, but with 1 HP and a very, very feeble look. And he's got to play it smart. So that's probably the only reason why he's still alive, is playing it smart.
Yeah, I think there's been some tactful decisions that have kept him alive, and some lucky dice. We'll say.
Yes, absolutely.
And some glitches. You've used some glitches here and there too. So yeah, lots of things. Yeah. And yes, I am Rob Mulligan. I am GM Rob Mulligan. I'm the Game Master here. I'm also the founder of Cybernation Uncensored, where we do all kinds of stuff, all kinds of gameplay and series and shows. We've been a little bit slow during the holidays, but we're going to be coming back very intensely at the top of the year. We have some new shows coming up. I'm bringing back the GM Roundtable. There's some new GM Tips series coming, some reviews series coming. Like I said, Team Plug and Play will be working towards starting up some Vast Grim, I believe. We might even do some streams of a possible one-shot of The Deep and Avoid All Land, some personal games that I've worked out with my partner Brandon, and like Raven said, we have some Walking Dead coming up, so lots of cool stuff. So make sure you subscribe and you follow Cybernation Uncensored on Twitch for the lives and on YouTube, because we put all the VODs over there, and then they go out to like 30 plus podcast websites every couple months or so in batches. So check all that out and join our community. I put the Discord link in the chat. If you're listening to this, just look up Cybernation Uncensored in Discord. We have a really active community, play-by-posts and GM tips and all kinds of cool stuff there to help your gameplay. Also want to give a shout out to everyone that opted in on the Patreon, kind of pouring fuel on the fire here and keeping these gameplays going, keeping the streams growing and the community. I can't express enough appreciation, but shout out to Raven, Alex Maxwell, Nicholas, aka the King Square, Zach, aka GM Capricious Nature, Renegade 420, Anthony Rogers, The Land of Wolves, Terrafan, Rufio, rest in peace, Sugar Butch, Brockenwitch, who just came back. He signed up for the monthly one shot with Team Phoenix. We'll be doing that raffle real soon. So anybody listening in, actually, let me put that Patreon link. This is last call for Team Phoenix Rising to join next month's game. We're going to be doing that raffle real soon, so join up on the Patreon. But shout out to PWB, Craghorst, and Insanity, Vulpus Vox, Noland North, Ryan Anderson, Dackery, Jack, William Huddleston, and Christopher Callies. Also shout out to our partners at Sirenscape, Fantasy Grounds, and Lope Battle Maps, and all the game companies that we rock out, too many to name. But yeah, we really appreciate everyone's support on Patreon and in the community. Like I said, can't thank you all enough. This is Team Plug and Play. We're in some Cyborg. This team was hired by a local fixer to go check out a local casino where some people have been disappearing. Whether they win or lose or whatever, it seems like within the next day or so, they disappear. Some people have seen an unmarked van scoop them up and take them away. The team was told by the fixer, hey, we sent in my buddy Batu to go check it out. He never came back. I don't know what the fuck's going on, so I'm hiring a team, get in there, try to figure out what the fuck is going on, who's running it, why they're taking people, what the hell is going on. And then in that process also, if you can find Batu and get him back to me, some extra credits in it for you. And I think they even negotiated a little bit, so you got some extra credits possibly coming if you can find Batu and get to the bottom of all this. But yeah, they've been through it. They went through a bunch of shit in the casino, practically leveled the place, destroying it, getting out of there, finding a human morphed into like a database thing that told them, hey, I'm harvesting info from people here and sending it to this location. They went there. It's an old abandoned warehouse on the edge of Ground Zero, run by the heirs of Kurgaz, some shunned nanomancer sort of cultist corpo organization. Pretty dangerous bad dudes, and they've been running out of this warehouse, apparently taking people from a casino. The team got into like underground tunnels in the old abandoned subway system, making their way under the water into Ground Zero, where they found all these people. Basically, the heirs of Kurgaz have been gathering people and mutating them. They've been pumping them full of chemicals and infecting them with some shunned nanomancer style shit, and then some other weird black goo stuff as well, and just warping them into these mindless things that are all linked up by these wires to the ceiling, all in these rows in this huge open warehouse, just kind of looking up, zombified. They heard on a holotape them talking something about capturing someone. They saw the hologram of the person, it's Batu. And basically said they're snooping around. They seem to have figured out what we're doing here. Let's figure out who sent them. And apparently they're trying to do that in the process. But the team went through the underground. They found some side paths, collapsed down into some sewage, drain off piping, went underneath the tunnels and ended up underneath the big warehouse. They could see through the grating, all the people lined up. They were real stealthy. They were lucky with the dice, and they're kind of looking out in the opening at the other end of the warehouse now. Alex's character Shin basically snuck up into the line of all the mutated shunned nanomancers, just kind of playing like he's part of the zombified army there, just looking up. They can see a big open room, lines of these sort of zombified shunned nanomancers. They see two heirs of Kurgaz walking around, doing their rounds, checking all of the connections with a doctor-like person. They see two other heirs of Kurgaz kind of like walking around this sort of trellis. There's stairs up to the side of the warehouse that lead up to this sort of trellis or whatever that goes around the edge, a walkway. They saw two of those guards kind of making their rounds above there. And then there's a manager office directly above them, also up on that trellis area, where they saw two other shunned nanomancers and their heirs of Kurgaz kind of posted up. And they can tell them by their horns and cloaks. They have that distinct look. But yeah, 6 in total, just all within this sort of layer, as well as the doctor, the zombified sort of captured people. And yeah, the team is ready to go. We were about to hit initiative and embark on this plan. I believe Shind was going to use the mental scalpels on the next guard on the trellis as they appeared. He was kind of holding his action for that to at least attack one of them. I think Tick was going to make his way up there. 1080p was going to look for a system, possibly to enact his app. I think TD was going to either run up the trellis or attack one of the other two guards. I'm not exactly 100% clear on the precise plan, but I know we were about to engage in it. So let's roll back the clock just a few moments, and let's have the team out of initiative order just rediscuss that plan to make sure we're all on the same page, and then we'll hit that initiative and get started. I'll let you all take it from here and discuss the plan while I get some Sirenscape sounds going.
Alrighty.
I have written down, Pick will fire at target 2 after target 1 on the skywalk has been hit. Ruckus will run to the foreman's office, followed by me to the foreman's, and then TD and 1080 will deal with the two on the floor. That's what I have down.
Oh yeah. I was evaluating using my powers to unlock everything.
That's
so
right.
I can,
Yeah, I remember
unlock tanks or what have you. Just create general chaos.
Oh yeah, you saying the tanks reminded me. That's another key factor of this room, right? The big warehouse with all those zombified people and the trellis and stuff. The stairway kind of on the side leading up to that trellis going around. On the other side of the wall is a big opening to a sort of side room that looks like a big landing pad with a kind of an opening in the ceiling and huge tanks of what looks like fuel. And you can kind of smell the fuel as well. But yeah, some type of ship port or launch pad or something over there and fueling station off on that side. So you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
some tanks.
I mean, pretty much all we can smell right now is like shit because I mean we just got
That's
out of
that's
a
very
gigantic
true.
full of shit. So,
That is very true.
Shin probably doesn't know this damn thing, but you know,
Yay.
love you,
Just another
Shin.
Tuesday for Shind.
Yeah.
Now through
Um,
Shin's RCD, is there any like the mutated things that I guess are under sedation?
Yeah, it would appear so. They all just seem zombified. Their eyes rolled back, looking up. They have like those collar things and the wiring coming up off of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
quit
about-
pulling me away
how
from the
about
computer.
not
Stop.
How about not opening up all of the doors? Mainly because if you know, I don't know, if we open the doors and the sedation wears off, you know,
It'd be
you have
fun.
mutants running at everything. Yeah, I know you have mutants running at everything, but like, I don't want to clean up mutants if they kill everything, and then Shind is also out there. We don't need Shind to die unnecessarily, in that kind of
Oh.
chaos.
No, never. I would never put them at risk like that. But you know,
What was that, Ruckus?
I couldn't hear.
Eat them.
One more time. So sorry.
I said you would probably rage and eat them.
Yeah,
There we go.
It happened one time.
Uh-huh. You said
Actually, I can force them to rage if that's necessary.
Oh God, today he's gonna MK Ultra me. Great.
Wait, hold on. So, if Shind, if you attack one of the ones up top, that's our go signal. We're like waiting on you.
Yeah.
I'll hit the second one that's up there, and then that's kind of what I want to do, and I want to run maybe into the skywalk, to see if I can't get a better angle on the two at the foreman's office, and then I guess hopefully we have. Oh, Batu. Yeah, have we seen Batu?
Yeah.
We haven't seen him, right?
not yet.
I bet you he's part of this entire thing.
He might be in a tube.
Probably a freaking cult leader.
Could I message Shind? Hey Shind, keep an eye out for Batu.
Just give like as subtle a thumbs up as he can.
Yeah.
Something. Maybe the river
Yarp.
chicken.
Art.
Okay. And then so I think I mean like for the sake of like turns and actions and turns, I think initiative would start right after Shind does his attack, unless our GM is kind enough for us to all coordinate our attack together.
Yeah, what I was gonna do is let's hit it. As long as you guys have the plan, we know Shind is holding his action till he sees one of those guards come into view. We'll give him first run, and then we'll enter into initiative. So let's everybody roll initiative. Let's get. Oh
God, I forgot.
Ooh, I rolled poorly. Got a 1.
Oof.
That's the 6, right? Yeah, there it is. 3.
The D6.
You got a 1-2, TD?
Yeah. I mean, I was literally about to, before that. I guess that lines up because I literally was about to say like TV starts getting that blank stare, like, what, wait, what?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
What did sorry, what did you get,
Determine
TD?
what I was doing.
1.
Oh, 1. Yeah, don't forget it's a
We
D6 plus your agility modifier.
Oh.
So yes, I determined what I was doing. What are you guys wanting to? How do you guys want to go up there? Or
The 5.
So Mine would have been a 2. I'm sorry.
Okay.
3 for me.
Come on. Not hard.
And what was Ruckus? 5, you said?
5.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
4. Forgot about the agility.
Yeah, so Tick mentions, what he wants to do, but like he said, is everyone clear what they want to do, or?
Yep. I'm just waiting to fire that first volley of
Stuff.
Yeah. Eye stings.
I'm gonna be tearing at the nearest person to me, just booking it at them with my flail.
And that'll give two people on the ground. 2 will be moving upwards, and then an ADP. You said you were going to be looking for a computer or something to hack, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be doing multiple things. One, creating distractions for Shind.
Okay.
Which I figure what I'll do is I'm not gonna release them, but basically empty out the goo fluid in the tanks.
Okay.
Or create some kind of malfunction where they have to go check something, I'm not
So do we
planning on
wanna-
pumping this full of fuel.
So
Yeah,
the
you have to
only
prove-
thing is I want to make sure we got this right, because it's gonna get loud. Um,
Let's get that.
like as soon as the shots open up, I mean, is it worth still looking for the mutants to get out, or should we clear the area and then assess?
I'd probably clear the area.
That'd be
Oh.
wise, probably.
Yeah. So, yeah, probably secure the area we're in and then push forward. So otherwise, if we scatter too quickly, then there's a really good chance we'll get picked off one by one.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No, I don't want that.
Go up.
Go up and then to the foreman's office. Is that where you want? What you're saying?
Yeah.
Because besides that, there's no other doors that we see on this level, right, GM?
Yeah, on this level, at the other end of the warehouse, because remember you went under the warehouse to the opening on the backside. On the complete other end, you can see where that tunnel and tracks go, and like a service door next to that, which you can assume was the tunnel tracks that you were originally walking on or could have walked on, and then the service tunnel that's next to it where you fell down into the waste and stuff. Yeah, but that's on that clear other side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Ready to go?
I think so. It's gonna get loud.
All right, let's do it. So yeah, everyone's posted up. Still rocking that stealth, waiting for Shin to make his move. Shin holds his position. It's not long before one of those heirs of Kurgaz kind of circles around on the top there. You remember when you were looking through, you saw the two kind of making their circle, kind of going around the top. And yeah, you can clearly see. I mean, you kind of have your pick, Shin, because you can see one off to the left and one off to the right. They're both kind of walking, making their rounds. But they're both within view. You're holding your action. It's up to you.
Is there one that seems to have like at a glance with like a larger firearm, something implying like more lethal? Is there one that has like a higher threat value?
No, both of those. Yeah, both of those up there have rifles, assault rifles.
Alrighty.
Yeah, out. Neither looks any more than the other. Yeah, they both kind of look equal.
And
Both look unfriendly.
I will. The one that's
Left or
going
right?
to be far. Just take her coming from which direction? From the skywalk.
Yeah, they're both coming from behind, like where the office is above you. You know, you can see them both kind of coming down the sides of the railing, one to the left, one to the right.
I will. I'll take the one as furthest from where Tick will be coming in. So I guess left.
Okay. Yeah, left. Yeah, because the stairs leading up are to the right. Yeah.
It's the he's got really short legs, so I need to make him most effective with his mobility as possible.
Tick is a wiry little dude, though. He's got good stealth
Yeah.
and stuff. So.
Okay. So there was a plus my presence, so 19.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
And then
Give me that damage.
damage. Oh, my rolls are going to be absolute dog shit for the remainder of the session because that was a max damage. That was a 10.
Nice.
What'd you
eyes,
do?
their eyes bleed and their ears
Yeah, so
ring.
yeah, so you see them kind of walking around. You target the one on the left. The rest of you are posted up, ready to take action. You can clearly see Shind kind of leaning back and doing the gesture like he's launching the scalpels. Shind, just 1 HP over on this guy. You literally destroyed this guy with the scalpels. So if you want to describe how this guy crumbles, and I'll even leave it player discretion if you want him to grunt, yell out, or just fall in silence. But yeah, you killed that guy with the scalpel. You describe it, and then we'll enter initiative.
Yes, Shind is sitting there. His milky white eyes roll back. Just sends his hostile consciousness forward, into the the firing neurons of this other nanomancer. And like the equivalent of just grabbing a bundle of cables and ripping them out, he just unplugs the guy like a fucking Christmas tree. It's the circuit breaker in his nervous system goes out, and he's like when R2D2 gets blasted by the the fucking like the taser gun,
Yeah.
and it just teeters forward, but just as he's teetering forward, it's just nose, ears, eyes, just rivulets of blood. He's just immediately prostrate.
Nice. Give me, you call it, what do you want, odds or evens? A little homebrew.
Let's do odds. Shind is odd.
Odd? Nice. Yeah, that body, as it crumbles, it just crumbles in such a way that it hits the railing and flips over the railing, falling down onto some of the zombified bodies in a row, just like collapsing, boom! And you hear like the wires snapping out of the ceiling from the few bodies it collapsed on, and then you hear like the other shunned heirs of Kurgos, shunned nanomancer up there, like what the fuck, and then the two guards with the scientists both kind of like look over to that side of the warehouse where the guy fell, and you hear one, what the fuck happened to him? And they're like looking over there, and now we're entering into official initiative. Ruckus.
Light up and I take my pulse rifle, and with the remaining rounds that I have, light up the nearest.
Yeah, you have a choice. Are you? I imagine you're exiting the tunnel, which was the plan. Everyone kind of exiting. When you pop out there, you can see the two guards with the scientists looking over to the side. I mean, they're like one row over. You can see the one up on the railing. The only thing that you can't see are the two that are in the office, because that's kind of directly above and behind you, up on that trellis. But you have your choice: the two in front of you, or the scientist, or the one up to the right.
I'll take out the eye in the sky.
Sounds good. Go for it. And also in the recap, I forgot to mention Ruckus's weapon platform, Ruckus, stayed back in the end of that tunnel, in the subway tunnel at the end there, so the team could stealthily kind of creep up on this situation. Yeah.
Hey, I came up with my lucky number 13.
Nice. 1 second. Yeah, that's a hit.
10 damage. 6.
6. Nice. Yeah, you take that shot, lands into that guy. He kind of jolts down. You see him like look down, like what the fuck, and he yells out, "Intruders!" And now it is 1080p.
Alrighty. Let's see here. So they don't want me to release everybody, because that might be a bad idea for Shind. I really don't want to get him killed. So how about draining the fluid? Just draining the fluid, like opening up the little valves at the bottom. of the tanks?
Well, the tanks I was referring to are the fuel tanks in that side room.
Oh dear God, no. Let's not do that. Not yet.
Yeah, the
that might-
tanks with the goo and all that. That was in the previous warehouse where they were
Oh,
infecting people, putting them in that weird tank and pumping things in. Down here,
Okay.
it's more of like an electronic device, like this weird collar implant thing with these cables going up. Yeah.
Fire.
Let's just let's let just 2 go, because I mean Shind is pretty well hit, right?
Oh yeah, Shind. I mean, yeah, Shind is in the mix of the rows of. He's blending right in. Yeah.
I don't want to I don't want to release the ones that are next to him. Okay, that no. I'm gonna be nice. But maybe a couple
I don't
on
know.
the other side.
Yeah, when he was
What?
all blended in and shit hit the fan and that guard yelled out, "Intruders!" Shind was like, yeah, intruders, and pointed back at you guys. He blended right in like he was one of them. No, I'm kidding. It'd be so funny.
Okay,
He turns
I'll
on everyone.
take that back. I'm going to release the ones right next to him. Yeah. All right. So let's release a couple out on the floor. It's only going to be 2 or 3. Depends on if it's via GM discretion at this point as to how many I'll be able to unlock. But
Yeah, well, first thing first. I mean, you can get into the
roll my
system.
thingy.
You'd have to get
Yes.
into the system, then I can kind of tell you what you have access to. I forgot we looked it up last time. Let me go to the page. What was the ability check for that? Hold on.
Ability check to get into the system is basically a DB12.
Yeah. What? Hold on. Was it knowledge? I
which
believe.
ability?
Yeah.
Oh, it's knowledge.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Go for it.
So we are looking at a 14 on that.
Nice. Yeah, then I mean, you can pretty much use your app. You're in this system. You can see that, there's a system throughout this warehouse. It's been kind of put in. You see the generator and all the things that have been kind of put in this fucked up warehouse situation. But you have access to the power, basically this sort of third party generator that's powering the entire place.
Mm-hmm.
You have access to the fuel tanks, and you can clearly see where you can empty the tanks or turn them on to fuel something if it was hooked up, like complete control over the fuel tanks. You also have control over lights. You have control over all the assets that are called, which you're assuming are these sort of zombie people, but they're listed as assets in the system. But you can clearly see there's like 100 of them, all these rows. You can control some or all. And by that I mean it shows that you can turn them on or off, basically. And and locks. You can see you have control over some type of door locks, 2 different sets.
Okay. And I'm assuming I'm alone in this network.
Yeah, no one's in here right now. But yeah, what app do you want to use, or what do you want to do? Because you've got that.
Let's
beat that 12.
Do 5 devices over the next 5 rounds. Let's release a couple of thingies. A couple of the mutated things. I'll
Yeah,
let
you can
Shin
do that.
know what's going on so he doesn't freak out.
Yeah, what do you want to do? Where, how many? What do you want to do?
I'm
turn
gonna
them
get 2 of them as far away from Shind as possible released.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. You click the unlock button on a couple of them. You see in the grid of assets all the way at the other end of the warehouse, kind of away from where all of you are in Shind. And when you do that, you hear a couple clicking noises, and then you hear some grunting and just some scurrying and some noises coming from the other end of the warehouse.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
good.
Shin, officially over to you.
Okay. Second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna try and nab. Let's try and nab the doctor. And try and stab him in the brain with my brain.
Stab him in my brain.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Is your what's your DR now?
DR goes up by 1 or
by
2?
1 each time, yeah.
So it's going to be, and it resets per session?
Yeah.
Or it's be up to 15, DR 15.
Let me check. Does it clarify session, or is it supposed to be in the game day?
I think it was game day, but
Let me double check that. Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry, 1 second.
Either way, I will just roll, hope for the best.
what'd you get? Oh no!
It says you put to the risk of fumbling. Oh, it's not a it's a DR12, and then it's a failure hurts for it's a failure. Each nano use adds a +1 to the risk of fumbling. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, powers until the next day, so game day. So technically, the fumble should be up to like 3 or 4 now, right?
Yeah, something like that. All right, that's good. I rolled a 17.
Nice. Yeah, give me the damage.
Yep. All right, 8.
Who is this to? One of the two guards or the scientist?
The scientist.
Okay. Yeah, you just destroyed this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, who's got the big brain now?
Yeah, he just crumbles. You
Is
see
it
blood ooze out of his ears and eyes and nose, and he grabs himself and just crumbles down. The two guards next to him both scream out and look at him, and they look at each other and then go, "We've got to shut Nanomancer!" And they're looking around, both holding their guns up in kind of a defensive manner. What was that, Tick?
Oh no, nothing. I was being silly. It was gonna be silly, but I totally lost my train of thought. So
Okay. Yeah, TD.
These stairs, are they like like going up and then that, or is it like a spiral?
No, they just go straight up along the side of the wall, up to the trellis, up to that walkway.
I'm just gonna be booking it up the stairs and trying to go right for. Would I be able to make it if I went up there to be able to like hit them with my foot?
No, you could use a turn to get up there, and then the next round you could use it to attack the one remaining guard that's up there that I think Ruckus shot. Or you could run up and attack one of the two guards next to the scientist that just collapsed. They're close enough to attack on the same round, but the one up on the railing, you'd have to use a turn to run up there. You know what I mean?
All right, then yeah, I'll just go for the guy that's closest to me and just run in with my flail and just all cinematic. I'll even jump in the air to slam it down on him.
Nice, go for it. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Lollygaggers, for the raid. What's up?
Welcome, Raiders.
And that is. It's plus my agility, right?
No, this should be strength. This is melee.
Right. Good deal.
It's a mistake we made last session. I think we kept doing agility for melee. I think it's supposed to be strength. Yeah.
11.
No. Yeah, you take that swing, missing the guard. They both look at you in shock that someone is right there. Tick, over to you as chaos is.
Yep. Maintaining
Exploding around.
plan action, taking a step out as soon as the guy on the right up on the skywalk comes into view, lining the sights up and putting a round through them.
Nice. Yeah, go for it.
And that is a 17 to hit and 5 damage.
Whew, nice. Yeah, that's a hit. And this was the other one that Ruckus hit, right?
Yes.
On the railing. What was it? 5?
5, yes sir.
Yeah, just enough to finish this guy. If you want to describe it.
Seeing that his other buddy died and then seeing him died, Tick is just trying to think of something really stupid funny to say. and like immediately as he takes the shot, he like is like still thinking, and it's like when the guy's body drops to the ground, drops to the floor, it's like been like a whole 2 seconds, and Tick says, "Your subscription to life has been revoked."
And then the shot goes off. Nice. Yeah, he just crumbles down, instantly dead and out of it. The two guards in front of you, both seeing that and looking at each other. One of them just turns, instantly firing on TD. So yeah, TD, if you want to give me your
I was gonna say
agility.
TD hears him say that. It like turns, like gives him like a nice. So it's a. Do I get an evade?
Yes, you get your
Yeah.
an agility.
Exactly,
dodge.
yeah. So just do a 1d20 and then adjust it by your agility modifier.
Nat 20.
Oh, nice, awesome. Yeah,
You get a free attack.
Yeah, he goes to shoot at you. You dodge it. The bullet's just whipping past you against the wall, almost hitting 1080p as he's accessing the system behind you. But yeah, you get a free action.
Oh, I'm take another swing then.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, it'll be your strength. So 1d20 adjusted by your strength modifier.
But he's gonna be looking mean after that shot he just evaded. I'm not even joking. Another fucking nat 20 shoot.
Jesus Christ.
No
Nice.
way. Double damage, dude. What did you
Yeah,
damage?
do the damage.
What's your damage?
And that's with the flail.
Oh yeah, dude.
These.
That might just be enough to kill him out, or
Let's go. 2.
What was it?
2.
2, and then doubled 4 minus the
Okay.
defense. So at least,
and then
yeah.
don't forget his armor gets crushed down one tier.
Yep.
The enemy's armor.
That's
Oh no, that's
if it-
only if it deals 5 points of damage or more, or 6
Oh,
points. I thought it's 5.
Yeah,
Double check that for
20,
me.
though.
We'll make sure.
I'll check that. But yeah, even so.
What did you say? The nat 20.
Yeah, so on a nat 20, he still would have gotten it to break down their armor
Oh, okay.
on an attack with melee.
Oh, for some reason, I thought that was on melee. It was only if for the flail, it's only if 5 points of damage or something.
It's 6 or higher.
Or 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But if it's under the nat 20, then still, yeah, rocked out at least, a little bit of damage to him, knocking him back
Yeah.
a step, and the other one takes a shot at you. Give me your agility, your dodge, again, TD.
So crit natural 20, attack times 2 damage, armor's reduced 1 tier.
It almost was another crit 20, but it rolled it's a rolled to an 8 with the +1. It's a 9.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
Takes him for the rest of us. Jesus.
What? We looked up the rifles last time because we had it mixed up with the pulse rifle, didn't we? Isn't that what it was? The amount of damage? Correct me if I'm wrong with that.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what we did. So this should be a D8. 7 points of damage. Don't forget to reduce it by whatever your armor is. You gotta roll that.
Alright, so I'm a D2, so I'm calling evens. Rolled an 18. So that would be -2 off that. That's 5 damage. Ooh, wow.
Nice. Yeah, it lands
That kinda hurt.
that shot into you. And then it takes a few steps back, kind of standing beside the other guard that you knocked back with that hit. And yeah, you hear some yelling coming out from up by the scaffolding, like up around the walkway. You can just hear some yelling going on. And back over to Ruckus.
So who's available for?
You've got the 2 guards on the floor that were with the scientist. One of them got hit by the flail, took a little bit of damage. The other one did not, but those 2 are right there. The other 2 that were on the walkway, both have been killed.
Okay.
Or, oh, wait. Yeah, both of those were killed, yeah.
Okay. Were the scientists fair game, or do we want them to do?
Scientist was already killed.
What? They're dead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Shind took him out.
On the right.
Yeah, go for it.
18.
Nice, that's a hit. Was this the one that was hit with the flail by TD, or the other one that didn't get hit yet?
Whichever one was on my right.
Okay, that's the one that didn't get hit yet. Yeah, give me the damage.
6. Again.
Nice. Yeah, nice big shot that lands into him, knocking him back a bit. You see blood kind of splatter out on the row of zombified sort of prisoners. As he grunts out, you can tell that took quite a bit of damage from him, but still standing. 1080p.
Very displeased, like, fuck.
Yeah, they're still standing. 1080p. You with us? Fulpus.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Mute God's peased.
Oh, okay. It's hard. You use an avatar, so I don't know. If you're muted, I'm like, is he even there? What happened?
Yeah, well, my thing will ding at me
Oh,
when I
nice.
talk. So, let's see here. So I'm in the system.
Yeah, you released a couple of those zombified prisoners on the other end, which you do hear some grunting, some scuffling coming from the other end of the warehouse. But again, you have access to the lights, the power, some doors, a couple doors, the fuel tanks, the rest of the assets. And that's aside. That's just what you see in the system. You also have your apps. But you're in there. It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Right. Yeah. Now I got a question. It says nearby cyber targets. All right. Is that nearby from me or nearby from where I'm at in the system? That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah, I think anything nearby the system where you're triggering off the app.
All right.
Well,
I'm gonna do my best to not hit any team members to make sure that whatever area I'm attacking with this is not the team. Not going to affect my team members because it's fairly nasty.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a C-Tech attack.
I'll say this with that app and in this room in this big warehouse, everyone is right around you, and I would say that the system controlling all these things, at least anything in this main room, would probably be affected by that app, in this big main warehouse.
All right.
Unless you wanted to. But you could also target it. I'll say, you could set off the app in the main room, that side room, or in the office. We'll say that.
Well, my target was the office.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can go for it. Try to set it off.
Set it off. Let me... I want to read the description again just to make sure. Okay, so I need to roll a...
It should just be a knowledge 12 still, right?
Yeah, natural 20.
Nice.
So, now roll a d3. So, that's... So, 1, 2... So, it's, 2 people in the area are affected.
Nice, yeah.
If they have cybernetics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you clearly hear some glitching going on, some sort of staticky sounds coming from up in the office and up around the trellis area. You can tell that the app has been set off, yeah.
3 and 4, so... Second. Come on. Move out of the way, dice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. 20. Okay. So that's 20 points divided amongst anybody who had cyberware up there. Between two people. So 10 points if there's only one. He gets it all. Or they get it all.
Points or shutting off cyberware? What was it? Which app are you using?
It's called CTAC. Basically, CTAC attack. D3 nearby cyber targets lose a total of 4d10 HP.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it'd be 20 points. If there's only one person up there, they take it all. But it was two people received 20 points. Up to two people. The way I'm understanding the way this is written.
Yeah. Well, it says cyber target or drone, vehicle or mech based on their size. Dog size targets take D6 damage. Is that the one? Human D10.
I believe so, yes.
What was the name of the program again?
CTEC attack.
Oh. No, that's a completely different one. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Either way, yeah, you can't tell exactly what's going on, but you do hear some noises coming from up in the office and like static and like something is. The app definitely was a success. Yeah. Shind.
All right, that's me.
Nope. This is basically Eldritch Blast playing a warlock, but yeah, I'm gonna keep riding it until it doesn't work anymore. Are there any more security still milling about downstairs?
Yeah, you still have those two that were right with the scientist.
All right.
They're both still standing. Both have taken damage, but they're both alive.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
One was hit with a flail. One was shot.
I'm going to try and switch off the lights of the one that was shot.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. The one on the
right. 15. Will that do it?
Yep. Yeah, give me the damage.
That one was getting closer to the wire. Okay. That is 5 damage.
5. Yeah, you see kind of lets go of the rifle with one hand, grabbing his head as blood starts leaking out of his nose and ears and stuff, and he kind of grunts and grabs back his rifle. He's still standing, but blood's running out. You can tell he kind of staggers a bit, barely hanging on. Barely. TD, you see all that right in front of you going down. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. There's still two guys next to me, or
yeah, the one that you hit with the flail is still standing there, and then the one to the right was shot by Ruckus and then mentally scalpeled by Shind. He's bleeding from the orifices. He's barely hanging on. Both are damaged, but there's the one that you hit with the flail one time, and then the other one that's been hit a couple times.
Let me turn and hit the guy that's been hit a couple times. Hopefully I can.
Yeah, go for
like,
it.
hey, buddy, let me help you.
What did you say?
Hey, buddy, let me help you.
Yeah, go for it.
I can help you to an easy death here. Yeah, okay.
Don't forget it's your strength modifier.
Yeah, it's 13.
Yep, that's a hit.
8 damage.
All right, so yeah, you completely overkill this guy. If you want to describe it, he was hanging on by like 1 HP. So yeah,
Oh,
this
that's
guy could practically
cool.
explode under the flail. Yeah,
Ooh,
and with
then
that
at the
amount
end,
of damage too.
juicy.
as I was swinging and hitting this guy, I turn and just swing like almost in like a way that I'm like gonna be wrapping around to come back at the original guy I was attacking, but I take a quick swing at that guy and just lop his head off.
Nice. Yeah, that head goes flying. Tick. See that headless body collapse. One guy still standing there.
watching TD play tetherball with the man's head. I'm gonna shoot at the other one that's still standing next to him, and I'm gonna send it. Here we go. No dice on that one. I rolled a 6 total, so it's a shot and a miss.
Nice. Yeah, you shoot it, just whips past, hitting one of the zombified prisoner bodies. Just kind of collapses, hanging by that digital cord as that body goes limp. And then you see that Heirs of Kurgaz one that took damage with the rifle, kind of stepping back and looking over all of you. And you see him kind of do a gesture and poof, just disappear. And then you hear some kind of yelling coming up from above. And then Heirs of Kurgaz leans over the railing. You can clearly see the horns as it looks down and just opens fire, goes full auto, attacking Ruckus. So give me your agility, Ruckus. 18, and then adjusted by your agility modifier, or that's after.
That's where the agility.
Nice. Yeah, you dodge it. Bullets just whipping past you, hitting into the floor. And yeah, that person. They shoot that off. Ruckus.
Cursing it in some undiscernible language from the whole time. Shaking my fist and get him in my reticle with my rifle. Pull the trigger and click.
Oh
More
no!
More undiscernible cursing and run for cover.
Oh, ran out of bullets?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Nice. Yeah, you can do that, and you can kind of go right under the railing, out of that view of the one up there on the railing. 1080p.
Was there another guard or was closer?
No, the one that was with the last one standing that was with the scientist just disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I dart towards their direction anyway, so I can start looting the bodies.
1080p. Are you muted?
Lopez.
I saw him move his avatar.
Is it the God's got you again?
Lopez? Blink twice if you're
No.
being held hostage.
The Vol's got 10. The guard's got.
There, he moved now. Vulpes.
I didn't do it.
Back.
Okay, 1080p.
Oh, okay.
No more pennies.
Right. So the sorry, I'm dealing with household issues at the moment as well. So the two little zombie guys, are they moving into the noise or not?
You don't see. You can just hear on the other side of the warehouse some scuffling noises and grunting and stuff. You can't see what's going on over there.
Okay. Let's see what I got left here. Well, there's nobody else in the system right now. I've done that. Let's try an RCD attack on one of the guards that are still standing. Is that possible?
Yeah, you can try. What's the read the description of your RCD program?
It is targets RCD renders subliminal, personalized nightmare imagery that distorts reality. test presence 14 or DR 14, or unable to act for D4 rounds. So they test their presence. I basically have to roll to see if it goes off.
Right.
And if it doesn't go off, the difficulty goes up. Or no, each time I use it, the difficulty goes up. Sorry, misspoke there. Going to burn a glitch.
There we go. Don't forget we have +2s too.
Oh, we do.
Yes,
Okay, I thought we used them already. Okay, so that's 14 with my thing. So that's a DR 12. So it goes off. So they need to test a
No,
DR 14
Well, who are you setting this off at?
on one of the guards that are still standing.
Okay. I mean, there's 2 guards. It's just one is invisible.
Oh.
So yeah, you can.
Oh,
Yeah, remember he went invisible.
that's right.
But yeah, there's the one on the
so I only did
railing.
one.
Yeah, we'll go for that one. We'll go for the one on the railing.
Okay.
So he has RC. Everybody has RCD anyways.
So DR 14 presence check. Yep. Ah.
Oh, that's the railing.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to affect that guy on the railing. You set it off, but he doesn't seem to react at all to it.
Damn it.
You said it was a 14?
Yeah, for him to resist,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
presence DR 14. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem to affect him. Shind.
Right.
Sorry, Shin.
We started off really strong, and we are burning through our luck.
Yes.
It's probably fighting off a migraine at this point. Yeah, Shin getting like the fucking like 11 nosebleed from using so many psychic powers. I'm gonna keep going at it. Target rich environment. Next hostile, I can I sense like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
is-
You can go for the invisible one. It's just the difference. It's a DR 18.
Okay. We've got the +2s. I'm gonna take a +2 here.
One more time for chat.
Okay. So that is a.
All right, one more for your GM. One more for your GM.
All right, so it's 17 on the die. So I've got a +2. Yes, +2 of presence, so it's a 19. Then another from the +2, so that's going to be a 21.
Nice, that's a hit.
Yay! Woo!
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
for taking care of the one that went invisible.
Give me the damage.
Damage is less remarkable than I would have liked. Just 3 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, you can hear some grunting, and you can feel those scalpels digging into some invisible flesh. But no body appears and collapses. You can tell that you've done some damage, though. Yeah. TD, over to you. There's an invisible Heirs of Kurgaz somewhere in the vicinity that Shin just did a scalpel thing on. There's also the one that's up above the railing that came out of that office or is hanging over the railing that 1080p tried to RCD attack, but that tried to go full auto down on Ruckus. But those are the only 2 targets in the room that you can see right now, yeah. Or can't see one of them, I should say, but only 2 targets that you know are in the room, yeah. So TD, what do you want to do?
So yeah, the guy that was the other guy that I had hit earlier, he's the one that turned invisible.
No. Oh yeah, that was the one. You're right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start wildly swinging, like huge,
Yeah, give me your
as
strength.
wide circles I can.
He's going full Beyblade on us.
And just like, yeah, and if I can be like moving, yeah, just in.
It's like his version of The Simpsons. Like, I'm gonna move my arms like this and walk towards you, and if like I'm just gonna swing my flail and start going around erratically, and
Eventually, I'll hit you.
yeah, go for it. Give me
You
your
hit
strength.
something, I hope.
D20 modified by your strength modifier. Let me see. What do you got?
Gene.
What was it?
18, but with the +1 on my strength, so 19.
Nice. Yeah, it's a hit. Give me the damage. Just swinging around wildly. You feel a thud into the invisibility.
See, you mock me, Vulpus, but that noise makes the dice roll good.
It does.
Yeah, and right as you swing around, you feel a thud as this Heirs of Kurgos just appears like in this sort of digital dust cloud. It kind of smells and tastes like copper. And he just appears coughing up blood and collapsing on the flail as you pull it out. It just rips some of the flesh off of his robe, and he just collapses down to the ground, bleeding out instantly. Yeah, and then you hear like a slam door coming from up above as you notice that other guard is no longer on the edge of that railing. And this is where we'll take our 5-minute bio break as the dust settles. Don't anyone go anywhere. I'm going to leave the mics hot. Chat, we'll be right back. 5 minutes.
TD totally tells the guy as soon as he reappears, though, like, you should have learned a lesson from your buddy and quit while you're still ahead.
I'm gonna have to shake my computer. How do you shake the computer? Because you said that makes the dice work better, right?
I mean, it's completely like gambler's fallacy, but because my biggest frustration for me when I GM is that whenever I want things to be tense for my players, and I will generally like roll out in the open for like boss fights and shit. It's whenever it's like, okay, big tough boss fight, and the rolls are always absolute dog water. But this is it started as one night, just started doing the jowl shake as just vigorously and violently shaking my dice, and I started getting higher dice rolls for hits and damages. Like, yeah, fuck you and your paladin with 26 AC, bastard.
Oh god, not a fan of paladins.
I got my reference there, though. I said if you're the
Do what?
If you're the warlock, we're not saving your dad from the underwater place.
If you know, you know.
Guys, I'm totally fair, understandable.
Hey, everybody likes me. I play the kobold.
Yeah.
I'm the party pet.
Yeah, the Cyberpunk game I'm running right now. I've been playing with these guys for like 3 years, and the fixer, he's about 4'3". In real life, the dude's like 6'2", but like, yeah, in game, like this dude's 4'3", and they're trying to get some reconnaissance on this like, small security corp, that has been kidnapping people, and who they like fucked with a couple months ago. Like, they fucked with one of their clients, so they did tangle with them a little bit. So like, they go to this bar where these two dudes are like off duty, and the fixer like straight up like introduces himself and all to them, like
James Bond.
Everybody in the group was like, what? He like uses his real name and everything, and everyone in the group was like, what are you doing? You are the most recognizable person in this group. And now they're surprised when they left the bar, they're being followed.
Oh, don't you just love it when your players just give you fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were able to successfully pickpocket one of their badges off them, ran it to the tech back at the base, who was able to like, take out the chip and like be able to like get the whatever the codes that they use, whatever for it, like replicate the codes and then they had to get the card back to the bar. But the guys that already left, they're like, well, we'll just leave it there in the bar. So like maybe they thought they like dropped it and they'll go back and look for it. So they start leaving the bar and then they see they're being followed, and I'm like, there's only like 3 of them. The other 3 are back at the base. So that might be in for a
That could be
Quite the
interesting.
surprise.
Yeah.
yeah. It's I don't know if any of them are listening right now, but
You're gonna die.
my wife is also playing in the game, and she's just like after the game, like she's seen me just like stressed, like, oh god, you all might die.
You're definitely gonna die.
Because I mean they're a pretty capable security, corp, and the Nomad is excited because he has AVs installed in his van, like AV engines, so he's like, I could just take off, and I'm like, you can always do that, but then you're in the air.
Hey, there's been many times where I've said, fuck this shit, I'm out, and just left my fucking party hanging. But that was their own damn fault.
Emergency combat defenestration.
You chose poorly. It's not, you chose poorly. I'm out.
I always enjoy like listening to those like Crit Crab type of like RPG horror stories, but there's like
Right.
any Cyberpunk ones, and I'm like, do we just have awesome players, or
I think it's generally like if you're playing Cyberpunk, like most of the time, like they're more grounded because like there is a power fantasy in the game, but like there's like a part of the contract is that Max Mike is going to kill your character. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's a kind of like fatalism with that, where you just have people that aren't going to be like super cheesed about anything. And also like you're playing Cyberpunk, you're going with the expectation that some things are going to be ugly, and so you're gonna have people that are the more acclimated to the whole like concept of lines and veils and session zeros and stuff, because like you're dealing with potentially very heavy real life stuff. So it's like there's really more mature.
My Thursday game are just players who have never played a TTRPG before, and I'm running them through Hope Reborn, which is a lot of fun. But the guy playing the solo, like, because when we're going over like backstories and stuff like that, he was making his character seem like he'd done all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, all right, you got to remember like where you're kind of starting at here. And he went into his first combat thing thinking he was like just gonna be tearing ass, and he walked out of there like barely alive, like and I'm just like, yeah, you can. I was like, these were just scavs. These are just scabbers, man. Like,
Yeah.
Wait till grenades happen.
I mean, I love grenades. The way the grenades and like sadistic called shots start occurring. Yes, it came down to it, because it's one of those things like on the games of Cyberpunk I've run, people go through that learning experience. They try and Leroy Jenkins it, and they get mollywopped. Then they overcorrect by being super timid and just like the naked gun like like peeking over cover and just taking pot shots, which is smart, but it's also like it's really boring. And that's why I was depending on the level of enemy, like the kind of threat, I give them 1d3, 1d6, or 1d8 grenades, or specialty ammo. It's like, oh, you guys are back there, clink, have fun, run.
Yep.
I got them all with that grenade from Black Chrome that like. It's like that stuff, like it gets all over and you're like, what is this? And then a minute later, just you're just stuck in. Yeah, and I got them with that, but thankfully, like, they were, they did it nice enough because they were in like I was actually running Red Chrome Cargo, but I had like modified it a bunch. Like it was a lot tougher for this group, but since they're on this cargo trade, they did a quick. One of them was able to do a quick sweep of like some of the cargo in the car. And like, there is, several cases of chew too that could dilute this stuff off you.
Yeah,
Hey,
it takes a while.
One of those jaws that that can clamp, like one of that cyberware and
Combat draw.
yeah, the combat jaw. And like he took a bite out of one guy and the lawman did an aim shot at him, got a critical injury, and I shit you not, rolled the broken jaw critical injury.
Oh God.
Hey, I saw your comment, Nolan, about rules. If you need to lay off rules, but we ask, we prefer. Same with chat too. I do this with Cyberpunk Red. Any players that have the rule book open or anybody in chat, when we ask to double check those, like, by all means, look it up. That's why we're asking. We want to make sure, just like how in the previous session for Melee, we were doing agility instead of strength by accident. If we don't double check things as we go with a new system, we won't know. So, yeah, don't anyone feel bad if anybody's asking to double check a rule, to look it up, even if it's on a previous action. So moving forward, players, myself as GM, anybody else watching that wants to play, moving forward can do it right. So even if it's a previous session and we look something up, which I think we've done before, where we've said we'll look that up off screen or something. I don't know if it was with this team or a CPR team, but I'm all for that. I've done it with chat too. Like I said, anybody in chat that's watching, if you've got the cyborg rule book, and as we're playing, you can help with looking stuff up if we do need to double check anything. Fuck yeah, do it. It'll help streamline things.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, everyone ready to go back?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I mean,
Anyone
all teams need a rule lawyer.
I like all players to have the rule book and know it, and chat. Chat has been super helpful with that, with the Sirenscape team that we were running for years. We were running that, and I think PWB, a couple others were helping with that. Looking up little things here and there when we needed to double check stuff. Like, I'm all for that. I think that's so much easier than having to look stuff up as you're playing, especially when you're streaming. So fuck yeah. We're back. Everyone can see us. They could hear us the whole time. They were listening to the team. I always leave the mics hot. But the team basically just took out the last of the guards that was in the room, with the exception of the one on the trellis. They heard a slammed door as he kind of disappears from up along the walkway. But in the immediate room, the dust has settled. You can hear the mechanics of the room kind of still working as all these zombified prisoners are still hooked up to the machinery. You can hear on the other side of the warehouse some scuffling and grunting noises going on. We know that 1080p kind of released a couple of the zombified prisoners on the other side of the room. But yeah, the scientists, the guards on the trellis, everyone has been taken out. It's eerily silent after that door slammed on the trellis, and you all are kind of left in this room. Just like I said, with that scuffling, grunting noise on the other side of the warehouse kind of going on. But you're out of initiative. I'll let everyone kind of just discuss with each other, as that I think the last thing that happened was TD just took out the heirs of Kurgaz that was invisible and now just appeared, splattering, collapsing to the ground. But I'll let you all take it from here.
There's a moment of silence. There's, ha ha! Are we clear?
I walk out, step over the dead bodies. As I walking stepping over the dead bodies, looking at them, I just look down at my ancient revolver, check my magazines. I still got bullets in there, ready to go. I mean, not a magazine itself, but you know what I mean. Call it mags in the game. And then, who wants to come with me on a mission to go find that last one that ran away, or at least maybe get that keep that door up there on lockdown so we don't get surprised.
Well, I was gonna say before that real quick. Can I loot any ammo off those two dudes that were near me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's the two guards right in front of you on the ground. You can loot the bodies. Both of them had assault rifles. If you want, you loot both of them. And one had 3 bullets left in his magazine, and the other one had 10.
I'm gonna. How many bullets can go in a mag?
I'm not sure. One had 10 rounds, one had 3.
Okay. Well, I would toss the one with 10 rounds over to Ruckus.
Yeah, in this game it's a little casual with counting ammo after the dust settles. So you can kind of bullet count as you go to keep track of it, like Ruckus was doing in the last one. But yeah, reloading and stuff usually after the dust settles. I'm not too picky on exact magazine sizes and all that. But sure, yeah, you toss the 10 over, keep the 3.
And then
they also each have a dagger on them too.
Nice. Anything on the scientist?
He has a hollow board on him, like sort of clipboard holograms. You can see all the assets, like almost like a kind of a cheap cyber deck sort of deal.
I got away behind.
DD,
Belt loop behind
can
me.
you? DD, like down here, DD. Can you? Hey, can I have one of the assault rifles?
No.
go for it.
No. Just like you see me grabbing, like starting to grab the rifle, just looking at you. No. And I just like sling it on.
Now one. Oh,
And
awesome. Oh, gosh.
Like, no.
I need to I'm gonna drop my super lube, otherwise I'm gonna be carrying too much stuff. So I just put my super lube down, and now have that assault rifle. And then I'm gonna make my way up the skywalk. Kind of take a look at that door that's over there. Not go through it, but just like keep a gun up at the door, and just like approach it carefully, and just kind of maintaining a watch for now.
Yeah, what's everyone else doing as you see Tip kind of making his way up the stairs to the upper level?
I'm gonna keep my my mono sword handy and follow Tick up.
Check the workstation, see if there's anything worthwhile grabbing before I take before I follow suit.
Scrambling up from his knees all stiff from just sitting there in the kneeling position for that long. Limbers himself up, pulls out his big old fucking Batman Joker super revolver. Like, okay, let's go fuck shit up and find out what's behind door number 1.
Yeah, you all kind of follow Tick making your way up the stairs. Ruckus checking the workstation on the way. And yeah, you do find an electronic diagnostic sort of like computer, a little handheld sort of device. And it looks like it's made for checking drones and electronical devices and machinery to kind of give a diagnostic of what might be wrong. This basically cutting the time in half that it'll take to repair Ruckus in the future by using this.
And build other drones. Nice.
But yeah, you kind of make your way up the stairs up to that upper level, and yeah, you can see that sort of supervisor station on the top back end of the warehouse as you make your way up the stairs and kind of turn around on the walkway. It's just like a standalone unit. Has a big sort of wide window on the front that can overlook the whole warehouse. But you can see some old shitty blinds kind of have been pulled down in front of that, like you can't see in the window. They're all crooked and kind of busted up, but the window's kind of corroded. You can tell, just like the rest of this warehouse, it's just very old. And everything that happened in Ground Zero has just corroded the fuck out of this place. But you do see a door. It's closed. You don't hear anything. There's nothing else up here. And yeah, that's what you see.
Well, 1080p was in the system. Did you happen? I know you didn't go too far deep into the system, but was there potential for any information to be gleaned for that?
Yeah, I'd have to go deeper. At the time, I was more worried about getting the threats out of the way. So I can go deeper now if you want me to.
Surveillance system?
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, let me. Well, we're not in initiative, so let me.
Yeah, go for it. You can do a check.
You think 1080p? Yeah, you should check out the system. You'll know, make sure there's nothing in there. Maybe we could get a heads up or something.
All right, gathering information through non-app hacking requires cyber deck data, blah blah blah, time-consuming activity. Test knowledge to break into data nodes, failing the test, but it doesn't give a.
Should just be a 12, I think.
Okay.
What were you looking for?
I think so, yeah.
I was looking for a DR.
Yeah, just knowledge 12, basic, just to
Yeah.
go deeper. You're already in the system, and yeah.
Alright, over here. Roll that. Let's see,
Start tagging the
19.
area around you.
Yeah, 19 before I even put my knowledge bonus to it.
Nice.
So basically, we're going to try to find information out on the individual we're looking for, and information on what exactly is going on here.
Yeah. When you go a little deeper in the system, you're not seeing any like files or any sort of held information. But what you do see is access to security cams.
Ooh, recordings?
And you can see that it's basically overlooking this entire operation. So you can see what looks like a hidden cam just looking directly down on the entire sort of assets and unit. You can see the walkway around the edge of this camera just kind of looking down above. It's hidden somewhere in the ceiling. And you can clearly see you all on the walkway as it's looking down. You can see a secondary camera that's looking down the tunnel. And it's just looking down the track tunnel. In fact, at the very end of the tunnel, you can see the slight glow of Ruckus, the drone, that's still posted up way at the end of that. There's also another camera in the office. And you can see that it looks like an old abandoned sort of warehouse office, kind of supervisor overlook station. And there's an old desk. You can clearly see that Heirs of Kurgaz sort of guy crouched down behind the desk. He's got a rifle. He's posted up. It looks like he's on a phone. He's got some type of cell phone. He's got the rifle pointed towards the door. And next to him on the side in the room, aside from some crates of a filing cabinet, is Batu tied to a chair. He looks really fucked up. He's cut up. He's bleeding. You can even see a couple of those twisted daggers, one sticking out of his shoulder, the other one in his leg.
That's not good.
Is there any way for me to clip/interrupt that cell phone call?
No, unless you have a specific app for doing that. No, it's not really in his
wait.
system or anything. It's literally his phone, his personal.
I
Do
can
you
turn
relay
things
that
on and
input on?
off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you can only
Nearby
turn.
devices.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you can do things that are into the system.
Oh, okay. But not that. Okay.
Yeah, what app are you looking to use?
The only thing I can do right now is go after his RCD, and that's going to be
Oh, okay.
12, 13, 14.
Well, kind of use your action going deeper and accessing the cams and stuff, but next round you should be able to, use an app or do another action if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to tie in everybody else to let them see what's going on inside that office.
Yeah,
That
sure.
way TD doesn't,
You're all still technically out of
Fine.
initiative too, by the way. Yeah.
With now having that information relayed to Tick, Tick with the assault rifle pulls it up and lines it up to where the guy's head is through that desk. So let me know if this is possible, Jim. I'll be shooting through that wall and through probably that desk to hit the Heirs of Kurgaz. But since we see him through the camera, is it reasonable for me to get a good position on him to get a shot off on him?
Yeah, you could give it a try. It would be I would say it'd be a DR-18. Because technically it'd be like the equivalent of him being invisible,
Okay.
And then obviously, just depending on the damage, would be if it gets through the door and the desk to him.
Cool. And then we still have +2s, right, guys?
I think we still have one or two left.
2.
Okay.
Can I use one of them?
Use both of them in this case.
Oh, right ahead. This is,
Can I? If I could use both of them, I'd absolutely use both of them.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
okay
so-
with that. Chin is.
Alrighty. So that'll be that's 6 for me on a D20. So let's plus my agility or presence of 2. So that's I get an 8 bonus on this one. And DR 18.
Don't forget to shake.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I totally agree with you.
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm not gonna shake, but here goes nothing. An amazing roll. Got an 18 after my
Nice.
modifiers, and then a 2 for the damage.
It works. So long as someone does it.
All right, what was the damage?
I love it.
A 2, and then I guess as immediately as that happens, I kind of like go to the door to like. Does the door open outwards towards us or inwards?
It opens inward, but yeah, you set off that shot. It goes through the door. You can hear like a thud inside. You know, with that much damage, it's hard to tell if that even made it through the desk and other debris into the room. But yeah, you can take that shot as you're walking, you know, up to the office. But yeah, the door's closed. It looks like it opens inward.
And then hopefully, you know, even if I didn't damage him, hopefully I spooked the shit out of him, you know, hopefully. And so
Duck and cover.
moving up to that door, just wanted to just open the doorknob and push the door open and step out of the way for somebody else to go in first.
Yeah. What's everyone else doing as Tick is going up? Yeah.
I still have. I mean, like,
Ooh.
could like toss those 2 daggers I got in just to like as a distraction, and then we rush him.
I know. I love it.
I don't know Russian.
Violence of surprise, you know? I mean, violence of action. You're just gonna toss those daggers in there, just through the door,
Sure
just like
shit, yeah.
shoot at this. So
Yeah,
he'll be
Now he
looking at
has
the
4
daggers.
daggers in him.
What's everyone else doing as Tick's making his way up to check that door? And TD's behind him?
I'll stack up right behind TD. Because while I don't have a lot of melee, I am a big bag of hit points, relatively. As far as this party goes.
You meet
It'll-
shield it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have 3 hit points left. So
Yeah, I've got.
Oh,
Yeah, after we healed up, I think I'm. Yeah, I'm at
last thing.
I'm at 8 out of 8. So yeah, I've got some things I can.
Dear God.
Famous last words. I can.
I mean, we didn't
Yeah,
heal
don't-
well after in that like break after killing the people in the warehouse, did we?
No, not enough
Yeah.
time
Well, you got points.
in the
man.
bottom part.
As I like hit the door to like push it open, just so I had a train of thought in my head, but I only got like half of my thought out. I want to add to that as I open up this door and say, Batu, we need you, and you, Heirs of Kurgos, dude, you know, put your gun down. You know, maybe you live.
Okay. Yeah, you go to try to open the door. It's locked. All of you are right there. As Trick, and I imagine Tick's trying to do it off from the side, like you said. You're trying to open it.
Yeah.
Yeah. First thing you notice is it's locked.
Can I like just move, Tick aside to like pick the door?
Oh, you don't have to move me aside. I'm already to the side.
Yeah, he's to the side. I mean, you could go for it. You could kick it.
Step over, just
Yeah, go for it.
Give it a what strength
Give it a
probably on
heal.
that
Yeah,
one.
strength. It'd be like a melee. Yeah.
Give it a nice size 12 encouragement.
I hope we don't kill this last heirs of Kurgos. I mean, I want to ask him some questions, but if they die because they attack us,
I mean,
It
don't
was-
worry about it, because if we die, I eat a part of him and then I get his memories.
oh, that's right. Yes, backup plan.
who was
Yeah.
first on the door?
12 with the +1.
Nice. Yeah, you kick the door open. When you kick it open, I meant ticks off to the side. Yeah. So you go and you kick it open, and the second you kick it open, you see that Heirs of Kurgos, like the horns poking up him behind the desk, just as you saw on the cameras at 1080p. What was that?
They just love it, like the mental image of just the like.
Oh, I
like,
thought
goat
somebody said
horns
something.
sticking-
No, and yeah, as you kick that open, you can see like the horns poking him there, just like you saw on the camera. 1080p shared that imagery from the security cameras. But the second you kick it open, almost like this guy was holding his turn, waiting for the moment, you just hear him pretty much go full auto at you. Give me your agility, TD.
He's not invisible anymore, right?
No, this guy wasn't invisible originally.
I just had a higher chance to hit him because I was trying to hit him through a wall and then the desk.
15.
Nice, yeah, you dodge it. The shots go off, just pretty much ricocheting right past you. Yeah, and who's rolling for the team? I know we were going around. Each person was going to roll for the team as we were going. Does anybody remember where you left off on that?
I think Shin was the last one to roll for team.
Shin? Okay, well, whoever's next.
I can roll it.
Yeah, give me a 1d6.
Yeah,
5.
5? Okay, cool. Now everyone give me a d6 plus your agility modifier.
3.
3.
6.
1 for me.
3.
So 6 for Raven and a 1 for me.
6 for Ruckus.
Oh yeah, Ruckus. Yes.
Ruckus 6. Everyone else got a 3 except for Tick got a 1, right?
It makes sense, Full auto fire just went off behind my head, behind this wall. Just like hunker down a little bit more.
Yeah. But yeah, you're all in this doorway. The guy just shot at TD. You're kind of in this initiative order, but TD is kind of in the front of this. So you'd have to kind of clear the area in order to take some actions or enter the room. It's up to you however you want to do it. But Ruckus, you're up first. TD just kicked the door open. He's kind of standing in the doorway. That person went full auto at him. All the bullets just whipped past all of you.
He's still there, right?
Oh yeah. He's in that office somewhere, crouched behind that desk, like you saw on the camera.
And then we also have the invisible one.
No, invisible one that was down below was killed.
Oh shit. Okay. Put away my freaking spray paint can now. I was gonna spray spray paint around the room to see in case he wasn't still alive. I could see his silhouette and paste him. But I'll paste this guy's ass.
Are you entering the room to attack him?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
give me.
spray and pray.
What was it?
Spray and pray. Yeah, well, actually, I'll toss an empty spray paint can into the room to see if I get him to flinch. I'll ricochet it off of a bookcase or whatever, or whatever is available.
So you wanna throw a can of spray paint in there?
An empty can of spray paint, and we'll see if I can get him to flinch.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Do your strength for throw.
Well,
Do you want to are you trying to get the can to hit the wall and then hit him
No, I'm just indiscriminately like trying to make
Tossing it in.
to see if he'll jump.
Gotcha.
That way, and if he does a combat roll or whatever, as soon as I lock sight on him, paste him.
And then do we still have the RCD feed on the camera in there?
Yeah, I imagine 1080p is still got the camera access. But
I wonder where you are.
yeah, Ruckus, give me your strength. D20
That's
modified.
D20.
Yeah, and then modify it by your strength modifier.
9.
Nice. Yeah, you throw the can in there. Ricochets off, hitting the desk and off to the floor, landing next to Batu, and you can see those horns kind of like duck down, but he's kind of holding his ground. He's standing there, still aimed towards the door. Obviously, all this happening within seconds, but it doesn't make him flinch or dodge or roll out. Yeah.
I duck down behind cover. As I'm doing that, I say out loud, "Ollie, Oxenfree."
Nice.
I got a lot of bullets, and they're all for you, my friend.
Nice. And you've got Shind 1080p and TD all with 3s, so you can decide if you guys want to either give up an order of actions between you three, or you guys can roll for it. It's up to you two. Up to you three. Up to you three that got 3s.
Hey, I'll take the boost. I'll go last of the Trace Hermanos here.
You want me to try to hack his RCD before we make an action? Maybe disable him a bit? Because I really hate to see.
That's honestly smart, yeah. That's wouldn't be a bad idea to flashbang him in his own fucking VR set.
Basically, yeah. Other individual that rolled a 3?
No objection here.
If you can do that before we enter the room, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll use it twice before, so I think it's going to be a DR 14 now.
Yeah, and aside from that, everyone else give me a presence while 1080p gives me that. Go for it. 1080p.
Let's see. So, okay, so please tell me that's going to be high enough. Okay, yes. 14.
Okay.
Thank God.
Can you make him think the room's on fire?
I got a 16.
Well, he's got to
for
do
my,
his presence check or whatever.
Yeah.
What did you guys get on presence? TD 2. Tick.
16.
Shind.
Dirty 20.
Ruckus.
20.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Tick, Shind, and Ruckus. You can hear, aside from that sort of scurrying noise and like moaning and stuff, you can hear like another sort of scratching noise. Shind and Ruckus, looking back, very good presence. You can, aside from seeing a couple of the freed sort of zombified prisoners on the other side of the warehouse attacking and like literally eating other of the sort of zombified prisoners that are just eyes rolled, stuck in frozen position as they're kind of like eating their way through the crowd, so to speak. You can see, not see, but hear from that tunnel where the tracks were going and Ruckus was left, and where you originally were down at the end of that before you went on the service tunnel. Down that main tunnel of tracks, you can hear some scratching, sort of scurrying noises. And you clearly recognize that as those headhunters from before. The same sort of sound, those weird like octopus tentacle sort of leg things with the head with the glowing eyes. You can hear that sort of same scurrying noise coming closer down those tunnels.
Well, this is interesting.
I don't like the baby heads.
I messaged 1080p while still shitting my pants for the auto fire that went off behind me. Maybe now it's time to like unleash all the mutants to make more targets for the baby heads.
And
No.
And yeah, as you see that, as you hear that, those scurrying noises, and you kind of relay the information to 1080p and the rest of the team, those that didn't see that 1080p, yeah, you successfully hit that RCD of that Heirs of Kurgaz, and he failed the presence. What are you sending into his RCD?
Animaniacs.
With the theme song and everything.
Yes.
God, that gets stuck in your head.
Out of courtesy, I'm not going to sing it.
One second.
I don't know what his personal nightmare is, so basically, that's pretty much what happens.
Send him to his personal nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound like a personal nightmare sort of thing, but
It is
yeah.
for some people.
Yeah, more comedy than anything. But yeah, you send that
Yeah.
some Animaniacs cartoon to him, sending it into the RCD. He's affected by it. Yeah, he yeah, you can tell it's hitting. Give me 1 second, sorry. Yeah, you can hear him kind of scream out. You can tell it's affecting him, and it lands. It hits his RCD. Highly distracted. Yeah. So technically, TD, I think you would be up because Shin said he would take the caboose on that, on you
Yeah.
three that had three. But yeah, you see, you get the first off, you get the message from Tick and Ruckus Shin kind of relaying the sound of those headhunters approaching down the tunnel, seeing the released zombified prisoners kind of eating and attacking other parts of the room. There's like 100 of them down there. They're kind of at the other end of the warehouse. And then you see 1080p kind of sending off that app into the RCD, clearly stating that it landed, as you hear that Heirs of Kurgaz in the room kind of like scream out a bit as it kind of affects him. But what does TD do?
Yeah, he sees that it affects him, and a smile crosses in his face, and he just, as he runs in the room, just bursting out laughing, just and like turns to I'm blanking on the dude's name that's in the chair.
Batu, yeah.
Batu, just like, "Fear not, citizen! Hope has arrived!" And runs and takes a swing at the dude that.
Nice. Yeah, you do that. Batu, kind of lifts his head. He looks at you, kind of like slumping back down. You can tell he's barely conscious. And as you do that, you see the Heirs of Kurgaz kind of like grabbing at his head and like looking around. He's like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck?" And he's just completely distracted. But yeah, give me your strength.
Swing, batter, batter, batter.
Much like that scene in Quentin Tarantino's movie Inglourious Bastards at the beginning with the baseball bat.
Yep.
Much like that, yeah.
17, that's an 18 with the plus.
Oh yeah.
Plus 1.
Yeah, give me the damage. On this one, it was just a 12 for this guy. And as you step into the room and take that hit, the one thing you notice as you kind of go up to him is he's freaking out. And behind him is another Heirs of Kurgaz laying on the ground, just bleeding from his eyes, his ears. You can see his arm. It looks like it's like steaming and kind of glitching out and kind of glowing. Looks like he got hit by that cyberware sort of shit that 1080p sent off into there many rounds ago, where it kind of hit one of them with a shitload of HP reduction. Yeah, that body's behind this guy. But yeah, what was the damage when you flail this guy? 7? Nice. Give me 1 second.
Does he have any armor?
Yeah, I mean, they have a D2.
Okay.
These robes.
Ruffles and shreds armor.
Yeah, but you slam him with the flail, kind of knocking him back. He slams into the wall behind him, still grabbing at his eyes and just yelling out like, "What the fuck?" Like you can tell he's still so distracted. He has no idea what's going on. Shin, you see TD slam him with the flail. knocking him back against the wall. What does Shin do?
Do I have to be in my like cracked out berserker mindset to bite at somebody? To use my Jaws mutation?
I mean, you could bite anybody, you know.
It's just I
could bite somebody.
Revert to fucking true yin form as the guy's been flail whop upside the head. I just want to just leap across the desk as go for the neck. Yeah.
Yeah, give me strength. Yeah, this would be a strike.
Okay, it's a 19 on the die, and I have no strength bonus. So
nice. So, yeah, that's enough. That's a hit. Yeah, bite. What kind of damage are we thinking? I was thinking.
It's because
berserker.
When I'm biting for it, it goes. It says 5+ damage. Presumably that's plus strength. It'll just be a flat 5.
What does it say? Plus damage or plus strength?
It says 5+ damage for it. I'm presuming the plus is strength, given that it's melee.
But wait,
or am I looking at the wrong? Hold on, maybe.
Yeah, let's double check that. That.
Hold one moment. I'm probably having a blonde moment.
It would be in the
mutations.
Nano powers.
Infestations. There we go.
What's in the bloodthirst? Is that what it is? Must feed D3
yes.
rounds. Anything in your way. Person's main artery. It doesn't. It again. It didn't really give a damage for that.
Yeah, because there's a bestial enlarged maw. There we go. That's the one. Bestial enlarged maw.
Where is it?
Oh boy! Terrible idea. Bestial enlarged maw. It splits in 2 and grows even larger when triggered. You take D8 damage, but can bite for D6 damage for the next hour. Oh hell yeah!
Well, it can't do that because it's not. You're not triggering that bestial enlarged maw.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But you can bite them. You can bite them and still do D8 damage. It just wouldn't be all that extended. Because you're not triggering your own infestation here. You're just biting them. You're biting them. So I would say a D8. I'll give it that because Shind is a shunned nanomancer. He's got that extended jaw, like hyena teeth and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So I imagine his bite would be equivalent of like a machine gun shot. You know.
Yeah, the hyenas can bite through cinder block.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, D8.
That was an 8. Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Nice.
I rolled like absolute dog water last session, so I guess it was all setting up for the final one.
Nice. Why don't you describe how you end this era of Kurgaz with a bite that did enough damage to technically break bone, flesh. Like you can bite through part of this body if you want, but yeah, you ended this guy.
as TD does his just sends the guy back like Rock'em Sock'em robot style. It is the momentum throwing his head back. Shin just sees the nice just juicy gubbins right here. This has a moment of he hasn't eaten in a while. And so he just runs across the office almost knuckle drags up onto the desk over, just bites, smashes him against the wall behind, starts twisting and tugging. So people just see his big ol' hunched back going rawr, rawr. But as he turns and just pulls, he just drags the whole spine out of the guy's back like a fucking al dente ramen noodles.
Nice.
Yeah,
he collapses down. The rest of you are standing there. You see Shin, lunge over after TD hit that exactly as described. The body collapsing, Shin just blood running from the mouth. TD standing in there with Ruckus. I imagine Tick 1080p kind of more in the doorway. And yeah, the after that, Heirs of Kurgaz is just ended. He collapses. Batu lifts up his head and he's like, "Oh, help me, help me. And
We're here to
running
help.
running in, looking at him, looking at myself. I like just see that he has 2 daggers sticking out of him, and I just like start shaking, trying to figure out how to activate my powers. Just like the nano power that we got from earlier.
Yeah.
I want to work it in here. A lore reason. I don't know. Maybe seeing our payment dying, our extra cash money paying our payment dying, it just like triggers something in Tick that tells him like, oh my god, you got to do whatever you can to save this man's life, because otherwise there goes 1,000 creds.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Which was your power? Which one did you get?
the benevolent suture droids.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, you can easily do that. D2 people regain D10 HP each. A roll of 6 or greater comes with a free migraine. But yeah, you can see. I think we described these. I think Alex, correct me if I'm wrong. When we did the deep dive on shunned nanomancers, I kind of described this as almost like a venom carnage sort of thing. Like this ooze kind of comes out of you, getting onto other people to heal them. Similar to that one that comes out and covers you as armor. I always picture this as like a goo or like a bacterial sort of thing, right? But yeah, absolutely. Trigger it. Go for it. You just got a presence 12, I believe. Is that what it is, Alex, for Shunned Nanomancers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. DR12
You're gonna
for
laugh?
the base one, yeah.
Yes.
This is how Tick dies. He used the power he shouldn't have used. So I got a crit failure on the roll.
Oh, no.
A fumble, a 1. And so I have 1 glitch left. And so I spent my glitch. And then I rolled a 3 and rolled 1 point of damage. So Tick is at 0 HP. I get to roll on the broken
Oh,
table.
shit. Yeah, the rest of you see
Oh,
Tick,
no.
trying to use his power and kind of misfire, and you see him kind of grabbing his own head and grunting out, maybe get a bloody nose. But yeah, Tick collapses down to the ground. Roll on that death. What is it, a D8? I'm not on the page. Sorry.
Yes, it's a D8.
go
8
for
is instant death. I did not get an 8. I got a 1. So I will fall unconscious for a number of rounds, and then I wake up with a D4 HP. So,
You do the D4. Do the D4. How many rounds?
let's see here.
And you're only going to awaken with 1 HP. I'm not going to give you more than you started with.
Of course.
Somehow Tick damages himself and wakes up stronger. It's incredible. It's
You just gotta take bullets and shoot yourself with smaller caliber bullets, and then you
build up a
graduate to larger ones.
you build up a resistance
Yeah.
that way. You just shoot yourself a little bit. You just shoot yourself a little bit every day to build up a resistance to bullets.
Yeah,
That's
I
that
could
3
see
rounds
that's,
for me.
3 rounds?
Nice. All right. Yeah. Tick collapses down. Tick collapses down. Some blood out of his nose as he grunts. The rest of you look over, thinking he's dead, but you can clearly still see him breathing. He's hanging on. He should be back in a few rounds. But yeah, he tried to use his power to help heal Batu a bit. What's the rest of you doing?
It was because I had, considering that I have just consumed the flesh of someone I had just killed, I had to make the Dead Cell Spirits roll to make sure that I don't suffer ego death. I passed the roll, thank goodness.
Nice.
So I relived their last moments, so I'm just getting the I'm just seeing myself lunge at myself in first person.
I mean, you're feeling that, but you're seeing old school Animaniacs. Just blaring in your ears, overpowering your eyes, but you feel the pain of being bit by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just pre-Ground Zero TV was like awesome.
It's pleasant
It's just
for
sort of,
you.
it's just like is doing the whole fucking the countries of the world song, is humming along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all you get out of that, and the feeling of like sorrow, regret, the want to retreat, but the inability.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah, and the rest of you are standing there. Like I said, Tick is breathing. He's got a few rounds before he's back to it. Aside from that, you can now hear that scurrying get louder as you can clearly see coming out of that tunnel with tracks. Maybe 3 or 4, it's hard to tell because they're just kind of coming out of the darkness, but those headhunters, you can hear them approaching the big warehouse room or whatever from that tunnel. Aside from that, Batu is still strapped to the chair. He's like looking up. He sees Tick fall and he looks back at the rest of you. Fucking help me. He's struggling with the ropes.
Yeah, TD is gonna like gesture everybody like hold in the room, but he's gonna advance back out of the door. I have that cyber power that turns half a cubic meter of inorganic matter to dust.
Oh, nice.
Is there any way I could plan to wait for them to be coming up and down like the walkway? And is there any way I could like turn maybe one of the supports to dust so the whole thing comes crumbling underneath them?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You could grab the stairs, you know, the graded stairs that are leading up, or the railing, the walkway that you're currently standing on, if you wanted to stay in the room or risk everything falling down. It's up to you. But you got the railing, the stairs, the walkway. These things are just now entering the warehouse. It'd probably be another round or two before you see exactly where they're going, what they're touching, the direction. But yeah, good call. You can use that power on anything. Yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'll be like just inside the office, but like crouched down, like ready to like waiting for them to be coming up the walkway towards us.
Yeah. What's everyone else doing? Not Tick though. Tick's still he's out.
Tick's just breathing.
Yeah, Tick, you're breathing.
I'll walk over and start cutting Batu free.
Yeah, easily. You cut him free. He like grabs at his wrist. He pulls out the blades and is holding like where his wounds are. He's like, oh fuck, thank you. Who are you? Who sent you? What is this? What was that?
I start bandaging him up, tending to his wounds as I cut him free, and then.
Yeah, thank you.
Sent us.
Oh fuck yeah, you know Charlie. All right, cool. Fuck man, these assholes here. Yeah, thank you so fucking much. I knew Charlie wouldn't let me go. Fuck. Yeah, these assholes, man, they're up to some crazy shit, man. I figured everything out. And they took me. They tried to get me to talk, and I didn't say shit.
Good to hear.
This is your stitches. Set around the spine and like a head. Good job. Oh shit! Kick. Like blink twice if you're dead. Wait. Fuck. Just poke him.
Yeah, you can see he's breathing. He's got a couple more rounds.
Good job.
Or is he like Is Tick like face down?
Yeah, how? I mean, I guess if I was like trying to rush to Batu to help him, like thinking about how he's like trying. Yeah, just straight face plant into the ground, just like running, face plant into the ground. Nobody's like turned me over.
Flip a coin. Heads face down. No, heads face up. Tails ass up.
Yeah. Roll it.
You want me to roll?
Okay.
Never know. You could have pretzeled yourself and you're kissing your own ass goodbye at this point.
That is a little dark in here, but that is a 1, which would have made it a heads up. Right?
Yeah.
Heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Facing up. There you go.
Yeah, facing up.
I'll still roll you over on your side.
Smart. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, you roll him over onto his side. He's still breathing. He's got like another round or two before he comes back through. You can tell he's like trying to fight through it, whatever damage hit him. But aside from that, TD, you're in the doorway and you're looking out, and kind of holding your turn and waiting to see where these headhunters go. You see 4 headhunters come out of that tunnel. 2 of them instantly kind of go towards the crowd where there's movement, where you see those two kind of freed zombified slaves that are attacking the crowd and kind of eating their way through the other ones. Two of them instantly like go over towards them. You see them shooting those sort of cryogenic ray things out of their eyes at the two that are eating the others as they go to attack them, and those two kind of turn and are lunging towards them. They're like kind of all fighting each other and breaking through the rows of people, but the other two of the four instantly like look towards you all up on the railing and start making their way up the stairs. One of them is going up the wall and one of them is going up the stairs, but they're clearly making their way up. It'll probably be next round they'll be up at the top.
Need to find a way out, boys.
Yeah, I don't think destroying the whole walkway just for one of them is
Not worth it.
yeah.
You could try to do it to just the stairs instead of the walkway, but if you do turn it to dust, then you've got the issue of how do you get down.
Yeah. Probably just are we? We're not in an initiative, are we?
No, not yet. I'm letting you, kind of come up with a plan and all that. Next round, they'll probably be right up on you. We'll hit initiative.
And then,
Should we close the door?
Depending.
yeah. It's a desk too, right? Just like barricade ourselves in until they fuck off. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. TD's just immediately shut the door and just like.
You shut the door, accidentally turning it to dust. No, I'm kidding. It disappears. You're like, damn it, TD! No, but yeah, you step in, you slam the door, slide the desk up against the door. You hear the scurrying approaching. What's everyone doing? You got another round. I think Tick should be coming out of it next round, if I'm not mistaken. Those things will probably be right up on the building. But you're still out of initiative for another round. I'll let you all kind of discuss a plan. Not you, Tick, but the rest of them. Tick's dreaming about some shit, probably.
See if Batu's able to move.
Yeah, he gets up. He's kind of stumbling. You can tell he's been cut up, beat up. He's all bruised, got some lacerations, but he gets up. You help him up. He kind of staggers over to the other side of the room.
I throw an arm over my shoulder and regain. Help him. We need to move. We need to walk somewhere. We need to get somewhere. Preferably in the other direction of where those headhunters are.
Ooh, wasn't there another door?
That was my question. Is it one way in, one way out, or do we have an out?
Yeah, there's only one way in. There is another door on the other side that's open. It's a bathroom, but no in or out. That's the only door, this front door to this little office, out to the main walkway. Yeah. And then the walkway only has that one stairwell up and down.
Shit. Throw a desk in front, basically move the desk in front of the door, barricade it. I guess.
Yeah, that's what the guys were doing.
Yeah, they already pushed the desk against the door. Yeah.
Is there like shut off the lights? Make the
Yes,
physical guys.
No one's home. You're like, shh. No one.
Yeah, draw the blinds down.
I'm gonna turn all the lights
You
off.
see the headhunters scurry up to the door. The lights go out, and they go, and they turn around and walk away. Like,
Is there a close sign
wind.
I can
I
turn
guess no one's home.
Is there a close sign I can turn on?
Your monitor, go be up on the window.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna message.
No vacancy.
But yeah, you can do that. You
God.
turn off the lights. You close the door. You barricade with the desk. You hear them approaching.
Release more zombies.
Yeah. Any
What
other?
was Ruckus doing?
I was
Helping
messaging
Batu.
Ruckus, that's pulling Overwatch. Breach mode. Get down here. Start freaking blasting. Widen that entrance so you can make it down.
Oh.
Yeah, Ruckus can get down the train tunnel easily. The only reason you didn't have Ruckus go originally, correct me if I'm wrong, is the noise. You didn't want you wanted to stealthily approach. But Ruckus can easily walk down that tunnel and enter the warehouse. Yeah, it would just take about a round. Yeah, instantly you get that.
Annihilate anything that you come into contact coming to my location.
Yeah, it comes back with a roger that. You hear the lights all go red as it comes up, and you can hear in the distance like a clink, 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 clink. Like Ruckus is hauling ass towards you. Yeah. Anything else to be said, or you want to hit that next round? Cool. Hit the next round. Tick. You're waking up. You can now hear those headhunters scurrying. It almost sounds like they're on the office. Like you hear it like scurry across the window and then across the door. Like they're on the office, on the building. And yeah, you can hear like scurrying noises and grunting and like that sort of cryo ray sound coming from down in the warehouse. Like obviously the other two are fighting with those other two, or some type of shit is going on down there. You hear Ruckus approaching as the drone legs are pounding into the ground. But Tick, you're now awake.
I waking up. I pat myself down. I can't believe I'm still alive. Gasping for air, and then immediately like reaching into the pocket for a stim sig. It just like snapping it, just like immediately taking a nice big old rip of the stim sig.
Nice, hell yeah. Yeah, give me whoever's next to give me that 1d6, give me it. I think it's Vulpus, maybe?
Oh. Yeah, getting there. Roll, la 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 la.
Or was it, okay. Nice.
Oh, I'm still lying down on the ground, by the way.
Yeah, and everybody else, everyone now, give me a 1d6 plus your agility.
7.
La 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 la.
You're going in dice jail. It's the third time that's rolled a 3. Fucker. All right. 3.
Tie.
What did Tick get?
A 4.
And TD?
7.
1080p.
A 4.
That was agility plus 1, sorry, right? That was agility, right?
Yeah, agility modifier plus your d6. But yeah, you Tick kind of comes to. He's still laying on the ground, hitting that stim stick and you hear that scurrying kind of coming around and almost gathering at the door, and then you hear like that sort of cryo ray sound kind of hitting the door, and you can see the door kind of like icing over and making cracking sounds, like the door is about to kind of break in.
I'm not okay with this.
But yeah, that starts happening. You see the door kind of frosting over and kind of cracking and stuff. Ruckus,
status.
Yeah, you get a status back entering the vicinity, and you can clearly hear like the drone legs, pounding in, echoing through the warehouse. So you can tell that Ruckus is now in this round entering the warehouse.
waiting for the breach is all I can do. I'm not gonna shoot at the door, make it easier for them to get in.
Yeah, no problem. You can sit tight, TD.
Yeah, I mean if they're not breached in yet, you know what? Yeah, I'll ready the assault rifle I have and just have it aimed at the door, so as soon as a breach appears, I can start firing into it.
Yeah, 1080p.
See, I turned out the lights. I can let a few more zombies loose, or wait for them to come in. I don't think letting zombies loose right now would be a wise idea. No, not with Ruckus coming down the road. So I'm going to hold my action with my mono sword. Basically, if something comes through that door, I'm going to slice it.
Nice. Tick.
Basically off to the side of the door.
Gasping for air, realizing I'm still alive. Just like inside of my head, like the money symbol, the cred symbol, just like continues to like appear over and over again. That's like the only thing that's keeping me alive at the moment. I feel like, and so just like get up groggily and then just on one knee, just take an aim at the door, or actually focus my attention on the window. Since everybody's paying attention to the door, that window, it's a window and it's corroded. Just gonna point at that. I'm gonna aim the assault rifle at that. I know for cool points, I would have really have loved to keep the ancient revolver out and just like fan it and auto fire, but you know, rules as written doesn't allow it.
Nice. Shin.
I'm gonna be posting up the firing line. Revolver in one hand, other hand ready to like, brain blast. Because I got other than just hiding under the desk going, because those fucking baby head things creep the shit out of him. He's just buckled down and ready for a fight.
Nice. Yeah, all of you kind of post up and wait just as you clearly hear the ruckus drone sounds kind of entering the warehouse and echoing through. At that same moment when you realize that ruckus has entered the warehouse, that door to the office just shatters in, completely frozen, just kind of shatters into a bunch of shards as you see one of those headhunters kind of scurry around like the side on the wall. And at the same moment, that window shatters in, and you see another one scurrying in on the ceiling as it kind of comes in towards the top, breaking the window. But yeah, they break in through the doors, and everyone was holding their turn, kind of aiming at the door, with the exception of Tick at the window. Ruckus, you're up first. Or Ruckus and TD, technically. Yeah.
Or actually, whatever counts center mass for. I guess it would be right between the eyes.
Yeah, take a shot. Yeah.
17.
You're using your rifle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just presence modifier onto your D20.
Okay. And that's a 17.
Okay, cool. It's a hit. Give me a damage.
9.
Nice. Yeah, you see that one that's scurrying on the wall just completely explode from the bullets. You lay into it, it just splatters against the wall. TD.
They're ugly.
So the assault rifle, that's using what, presence?
Yeah, any of the guns would be presence.
The assault rifle can also auto fire, but it would use your agility.
Well, let's go with that then.
Pray.
And you can also choose up to 2 more targets as long as you're successful.
Yeah, if the first one's successful, then you have the second one, and then if that's successful, you have a third, up to 3. But we're getting ahead of ourselves there, Tick.
I know.
Slow it down.
I know.
TD.
14.
Nice. Yeah, that's a miss. It would have been a hit, but I used one of my 2 negative 2s. No, I have 2 negative 2s. Now I have 1. But yeah, you take that shot, missing it, just lands into the ceiling as this thing is scurrying towards all of you. Next up, 1080p or Tick. Both of you got 4s. Lots of ties on this initiative, so you can either give it to each other or roll. Yeah, it's up to you two.
Tick.
I'm taking a shot at the one that came up through the window, since that's what I was focused on.
Yeah.
So I've been tracking it. At this range, they're so close, I'm only going to do single shots. I could do auto fire, but I'm way better at single shots. So here goes nothing. That is a 18 and 1 point of damage on a D8. So sad.
Nice. It's a hit. Hold on. What was the damage? Sorry, say that again. 2?
It was just 1.
Oh, 2. Okay. Yeah, you hit it though. Hitting part of the head, little blood splatter against the wall as this thing continues to scurry towards you. 1080p.
I am going to slice and dice it. Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Don't forget melee is strength modifier.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
You like football?
Then
Yeah.
Thank you,
that is a
PWP.
13.
Thank you for +2.
Oh, that's a miss. Yeah, you take a slice at this thing. It scurries along the ceiling, missing it. Shind. This thing is fast. Which is part of their thing, you know. It's a DR-14 when attacking them because of they're small and hard to hit. They scurry, you know.
So I see it scurrying and evading a bunch of fire. Chance is gonna take a second just to and just go full hog on using the brain juice. Hopefully this one won't kill me.
Famous last words.
Okay. Like the rolling noises worked. That was dirty 20.
Nice. Yeah, it's a hit. Give me the damage.
They did not help me.
Damage. Is that a 1? That's a 7. Okay. Woo! Oh, yeah, because 1, 2. Okay, yes, that was a 7. Yes, 7 damage.
Nice. Yeah, this thing just, I mean, pretty much just crumbles down into blood and muck. I mean, it's so small, and the amount of damage you did with that, it just mushed the insides. This thing scurrying across the ceiling just loses grip, falling down to the ground, just splatting dead. Batu's standing there, all of you standing there. The only thing that you can hear is some ruckus, literally ruckus, coming from outside in the warehouse. And ruckus, you can see in your RCD through ruckus. Everyone follow me now. Ruckus, you can see this through ruckus. And in your RCD, you can clearly see ruckus entering the warehouse, the rows of these zombified prisoners off to the right side. In the front, you can see like a handful of those zombified prisoners kind of on the ground in like pieces where they've been eaten and fucked up by other of those zombified ones. The two that 1080p let loose, and those two were like eating on those, but now you can see them clearly fighting with one of those headless or headhunters as it's shooting like cryo at them, and one of them's like lunging at it. The other headhunter is turned and lunging towards Ruckus. The drone looks like it's about to take a shot. So if you want to give me your wait, is it knowledge with drones? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me double check that.
It should be knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, so give me your knowledge. So D20 modified by your knowledge modifier, yeah.
Okay, that is a 16.
16. Nice, yeah. Ruckus dodges it as these cryo rays just like whiz past and freeze like a couple of those zombified prisoners as they kind of crumble down to the ground, but missing Ruckus. It's Ruckus's turn.
Charge my particle beam and vaporize the headhunter and any zombies that happen to be in the way.
Well,
HN sound.
yeah, keep in mind this cannon, destroys walls, vehicles. It's not like just shooting the headhunter and whatever's in the way.
Just aim in that direction and vaporize everything.
Right.
All of disintegration, basically.
Okay.
19. It's actually a modified 20.
Nice. Yeah, give me the damage.
And I believe the damage is also on D10.
You guys have amazing dice, with the exception of Alex, who was having some problems earlier.
That tracks. I'm I think I'm not consistent.
I keep mining in dried clovers. I'm kidding.
I had kind of crummy luck earlier in my second game of the day today.
Okay, so 2d10. Anti-material battery. 16.
Nice. Yeah, you see both those headhunters and like 5 or 6 of those sort of zombified prisoners just disintegrate under the ray as that shoots back past them, hitting the back wall of the other room. Let's do a luck check here. Give me call odds or evens.
Luck check.
Yeah, give me.
Right?
No, well, call odds or evens. What do you want?
Even.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me a d6.
6.
Nice. Yeah, it blares through a bunch of the zombified prisoners and kind of blasts into the back wall, missing all those fuel tanks in that launch pad area.
And then also have that 2 and 6 chance of breaking down after firing my shot.
Yeah, roll that.
5. Don't think it broke down.
No, it would just be a 1 and a 2. I think is what we always had it set, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it takes that shot off. Still operational, still standing. As you see, like that whole corner of like kind of all those prisoners just scatter like body parts and slam up against the wall, and part of the wall collapse in as that pulse cannon
Boy,
just
Ruckus, keep it
tears
up.
through. But yeah, out of initiative, the dust kind of settles. You can hear some like moaning and grunting sort of noises coming from like that sort of section of zombified prisoners. But yeah, those headhunters are all flatlined.
Did we determine when Volpus when 1080p was in the system? Do you recall if he could disable the quote unquote asset?
I don't remember hearing if I could or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can. I mean, that's what you did with those two. You pretty much disconnected them, giving them freedom, which they just started attacking and eating other ones in their vicinity.
I'm in the standby mode.
Yeah, currently they're kind of in standby mode, just kind of hooked up.
What do you want me to do with them? I mean, that's the thing. Do you just leave them there, or do you want me to try and like mercy kill them, or what?
No,
Put them out of their misery.
Yeah.
Self-destruct.
the other people. I mean,
Batu,
I wouldn't want to live like that.
Batu speaks up for a moment and he kind of grunts through the pain and stuff, and he's like, "These people are fucked. They're gone, man. I know everything that they've been doing here." And if you remember, on that holotape that you listened to originally in that room, part of the reason they kept Batu and were torturing him is to see who sent him. And they said on that tape, we found this guy snooping around. He seems to have figured out everything that we're doing here. We can't let him go. In fact, we got to find out who sent him. So you do know that Batu seems to have figured everything out. Just want to remind you of that, not to meta too much, but but you did hear that in the holotape. So like as you're kind of debating on setting them free or whatever, he kind of speaks up, "Man, they're all fucked."
See if there's is there a big red shiny button in here to push to make them all go away?
No.
Essentially.
No, it just seems like, there's a sort of standby mode where they're kind of hooked up in this sort of trance mode, right? Like a sort of standby. Mm-hmm. And then there's a sort of release, which as you saw when you released a couple of them, they kind of go into almost Walking Dead zombie mode style shit, right? Almost like 28 years later.
That would probably get rid of their life support.
Oh, they're not on life support. They're just kind of hooked in. The only thing I can think of theoretically to like purge all of these things is the fuel tanks. Dump the fuel tanks, let it fill up this area, get some distance, and light it up.
We can do this.
I'm a pretty good shot.
Works for me.
I mean, that seems like the only reliable way of getting rid of all this stuff.
Yeah, but is that Tefer's 7, if I'm getting that name right. So I see zombies 28 days later. I went with 28 years later. I'm all modernized. I said years. I didn't say days. I didn't say weeks. So 28 years later. Nah,
Sliding over Africa.
I'm just fucking with you. Same zombies, same style. Yeah, they just go animalistic ultimately. But yeah, you say that, and 1080p kind of kicks out that suggestion. And Batu speaks up. Yeah, man, just fucking put them out of their misery. These people don't deserve this. Fuck, man, these assholes. They're heirs of Kurgaz, man. They're so fucked up what they're doing.
Well, let's boogie on out of here. Then I'm going to. Actually, no. I'm gonna go and find the phone that guy was on and look at the last called number.
What was that?
The phone that guy was on. His cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull that for evidence as well.
Yeah, you can grab that cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and start just opening the tanks.
Yeah, you can do that. You could do that manually. 1080p has access to them in the system as well. Either or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be easier than doing it manually.
Well, I could remotely start a spark. I mean, we have to go through there to get out of here anyway, don't we?
Just about, yeah. I mean, there's only one way, one out through this building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, looking around, you can tell you've got that closed door that seems like it accesses that service tunnel that you guys were going down originally. You've got the main train tracks for the old subway system, that tunnel where Ruckus came down that leads back out kind of the way you were originally coming. Those seem to be the only ins and outs other than the big sort of latch opening in the ceiling in that launch pad room, but obviously you don't have a ship or way to fly out of there. And as far as sparking or whatever, like 1080p, you don't see in a system any way to spark the fuel. There's no way to ignite the fuel. These are to fuel up some type of ship or something that might be there. But you do have a way to open up the tanks and just, start fueling basically the room.
Overvolting the electricity.
Yeah, you could try to do something with the generators and overpower them, or shoot from a distance, or any of those things that you guys suggested before. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, some kerosene.
And then lastly, it's a good thing that Ruckus didn't break down, because we need light to get all the way back out of the tunnel.
Well, here's the problem. How are we going to get the fuck back up? Excuse my language, but I mean, Ruckus kind of screwed the way out. The ladder is gone. There's no way back up.
And presumably they have a way up. If I lived down here, I wouldn't want to trudge upstream through several blocks of shit water just to get back up on the surface.
Yeah, no, there's got to be a way out. I mean, other than that big ass hatch.
I rope to Ruckus and have Ruckus start crawling up the shaft and whatever. And
I don't know about you, but I don't have any rope.
I mean, does
Neither
it
do I.
have like a winch?
Remember when we ran into those headhunters the first time?
Oh yeah.
We just,
You went to go back to get it.
Yeah, we can get out that way.
It might not be so stable with Ruckus pressing Ruckus's legs against the sides of the shaft or whatever. Climb back up.
Can Ruckus fetch another ladder? Thank you, PWB.
If someone would could drop a positive plot point, then that would.
We
Yeah,
have
I think-
access to the security cams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sure that there's no other exits in between any of those cams.
Yeah, there's no other exits in this warehouse, in this room. Yeah, nothing.
And none of the cameras point outside, right?
Right.
I mean, yeah, could Ruckus climb back up that shaft and then winch us up with the rope?
Yeah, I think so. I think the same way that Ruckus helped you get out of, or was gonna help you get out of the tube, and in that situation at least to get whoever down. I think originally, same type of thing. Yeah.
Then that's not a bad idea. Yeah, let's have Ruckus winch us back up. So we got to go back for the rope, and then we got to figure out how to make a harness, because I'm not climbing up a rope without a harness.
Just I'll get some cables and just make like a Bjorn. Put you in on my chest.
You've
Yeah.
never done rappelling?
Yeah, that'll work.
Everything?
Some cables and duct tape. Just put
Yeah.
some. You'll be like a really angry version of the baby from The Hangover.
Yeah, TD looks at the the baby heads on the floors and is just like, well, let's make like a fetus and head out.
Ah!
Ah.
There we go. That's how we end the session.
Yeah, and you can start heading out. As you make your way down, you see Ruckus. Down in the warehouse, you see the bodies and the destruction from the blast, all kind of in that side. You can see, the tanks where 1080p can kind of trigger from the system to start fueling and emptying out into the room. All of you are down on the bottom level. What's the plan? What do you want to do?
Did those scientists have any kind of lab coats on or anything?
The one scientist, yeah, he did.
I rip the lab coat off of them and start tearing it into strips and start fashioning it into a kind of a makeshift harness.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, give me a give me a knowledge check, Ruckus. See how stable this is for a tick.
Modified 13.
What was it?
13.
Nice. Yeah, you get it enough. It seems like it would be stable enough to hold tick.
It looks janky, but it'll do the job.
Yeah, barely.
Perfect.
But yeah, you're able to kind of rip up that coat, make a little harness. You're down on the bottom level. All of you are gathered around Ruckus. What's the plan? Batu is stumbling behind you.
Look over at Tick. No, it's not what you're thinking.
I don't know what you were thinking, but I'm not the one that always says I'm, soaking wet.
And PWB has a good strategy there with getting us all up.
Put loops in the loop. I don't know if we have enough rope though.
Might not have enough rope to make that happen.
Let's
Do
talk
we
But
have
we
about
could
that-
let's just tie Tick to the end of the rope, and after we all get shimmied up, we'll just have Ruckus pull him up.
Actually,
We've
Yeah.
got a bunch of
I'll look at
cables.
the
we can-
headhunter. The headhunter bots. Am I able to fashion some take pieces from them and maybe fashion some type of pitons?
Well,
You know,
the headhunters aren't bots though. They're organic. They're
Damn it. Okay.
they're weird creature-like
I don't have
mutations.
pitons.
Yeah.
kind of gross, hammering in little fingers into the walls.
Whatever works.
I guess, yeah. No, but I'm kind of just if this harness moves easily, like up and down, like it's just a harness that's not tied to the rope necessarily. It's just something that would lock if or just like allow me to get friction against it as it moves. I would go up first after Ruckus goes up, and then the only reason why is because if I fall, like at least I'll be stopped by somebody. Or potentially kill the whole team as I fall down.
More like a
Yeah,
centerpiece, like little loops that branch off for your arms and for your legs,
Mm-hmm.
and then when that crosses around your chest.
Yeah, that could totally work. I would need. This wouldn't be very difficult. It'd be easy because you do have the harness. So I'll say that you make your way down the tunnel. Ruckus leading the way past the carnage of these bodies and stuff. We'll say 1080p. You can open the fuel gates and kind of start fueling. with no ship there, it just starts fueling the room. You see the tubing just pouring out fuel into the room as you guys make your way down the tunnel. You know that room is filling with fuel. By the time you're at the end of the tunnel and about to make your way up and up from the top, from there you can decide, is someone going to like try to sharpshoot down the tunnel into the warehouse trying to cause a spark or do something to cause it to ignite like somebody mentioned before, or is 1080p in the system going to try to overpower the generator and overrun it to kind of cause some sparkage or whatever. But you can decide that when you get up out of the tunnel. First things first, you got to climb up out of there. Now, for most of you, this will be super easy. Tick is probably going to have the hardest time. Like we said, he's got the harness, but I'm going to need a strength check since Tick, you're going up first. Everyone's beneath you.
15.
Nice.
And then with the -3 modifier. Oh my god.
Wow.
Not dead. Tick is gonna live forever.
Hold on, I still have a -2 here. No, I'm kidding. Hold on. This doesn't sound right at all. Hold on. Yeah, luckily, you see Ruckus clawing the way up through this tunnel of, the broken ladder and kind of bent framework, scraping up through the tunnel up to the top, pulling Tick up, Tick holding onto the harness, kind of climbing as he goes and makes it up out. It was close. Yeah, didn't expect that, but Tick, of a time to have a good lucky roll for your strength, that was it. Because that fall, I would have made you do an endurance and all that. It would have been fall. It could have been some damage. With Tick with 1 HP, who knows? The dice have blessed you. You make your way up the tunnel, up there. Everyone else, give me a strength as you're climbing up this rope. Again, easy DR, but, still a chance here. So if you do have any +2s or glitches, you might need them. I don't know.
17.
Nice.
Wow.
9. Oh,
Oh, 2.
Alright,
Okay,
10.
cool.
Start with the +1, I forgot.
Alright.
We have one last +2, by the way.
What did you get, 1080p?
15.
And what did you get, TD?
10.
Nice. Yeah, all of you make it up there. It's funny. I was like, 10 was my DV. When you said 9, TD, I was going to make you fall and do an endurance there, but you remembered your +1 modifier for strength, which saved you. You climb up there. You see Tick at the top. Ruckus jammed up in this office, barely enough room for all of you standing up in there. You can smell like the smell of chemical up in this warehouse. As those vats, don't forget, have flooded this upper warehouse and the floor, which you've already walked in and been infected by, so I'm not going to make you further infect yourselves from it. But you do smell the fumage. You can tell like this warehouse is corroding from this infectious stuff. But you're at the top, 1080p. How are you planning on igniting this fuel?
Well, I was planning on overvolting the lighting. I'm imagining it being, either fluorescent or even incandescent at this point because of, how, everything's degraded and how old it is down there.
Yeah. You can, whether you're overpowering using the generator or into the electrical system, absolutely. Everything is old or it's been kind of brought in with this generator, which is, all kind of jury rigged, and obviously if you overpower it, it would cause some overheating and sparking. So let's go for it. Let's do a knowledge check. This is just going to be a normal DR12, just like running an app per se of you in the system. But this one's important. So if you do have any +2s or any glitches in your back pocket, I would say keep that all that stuff in mind.
Yeah, I do have a glitch in my back pocket.
You could also declare to use your glitch to make the DR -4.
That would put the DR at just an 8.
Yeah, let's do that. Do we have any +2s?
We have the 1.
1 +2.
May I use it?
No.
Okay. So that gives us
Yeah.
a 17.
Yeah,
I
that
was
beats an
making
8.
it a sound. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that beats an 8 a
Damn
little
you,
bit.
Shin.
Hey, PWB, look, there's 3 plus 2s. I don't think you're going to need them
Yay!
now because you already passed that DR8. So save those 3 plus 2s for when we enter Vast Grim because of the fact that 1080p gets in the system, overpowering the generator. You can clearly hear some like humming sounds and then some sparking sounds. A little bit of static kind of echoing through the tunnel as a huge fucking explosion happens from that fuel. Set it off here in Sirenscape. And you feel the warehouse rumble as everything underground just rumbles. And you can hear that rumbling getting louder and louder and louder as if it's approaching the tunnel and opening towards you. What is everybody doing?
Time to go.
Cigarette, lighting a cigarette, and calmly walking away from the explosion.
Walking.
What's everyone else doing?
Running.
Like demolition.
Getting out of the harness.
Running away from the explosion, but totally just as cool.
Yeah, it's got to be a cool, like action hero. All of us just kind of just walking away. Look the fuck we just did.
All right,
Explosion goes up, immediately flinches and dives.
yeah, we'll say you hear that rumble getting louder and louder coming down the tunnel as like some debris and smoke kind of precedes this sound out of the tunnel as all of you notice it and scurry out of that office like running as fast as you can as Ruckus the drone follows behind. Clank, clank, clank as you come out and you feel that explosion. We'll trigger it again because I fucking love Sirenscape. But that big explosion comes out of that tunnel, just blasting through that office as the doorway just shreds open and debris flies everywhere. And just like a last burst of flame and smoke comes into the warehouse as all of you run out of that office. Just enough to get out of the warehouse to quickly stop and walk all slow and cool in slow motion as behind you that shit just explodes and flames and smoke just gulf out of there.
It is going to live forever.
Yeah, I'll let everyone say your final words. Let me know where you're headed or what you're doing from that explosion. Yeah.
I guess get Batu back home, back to Charlie, get our payment. Should be our biggest thing. And then, I don't know about you guys, but I could use a nap.
You just had one.
I gotta
That's
head back
true.
to the junkyard or check the top.
Yeah, you could do that.
It's only been
I was gonna say TD like after
technically like 3 days, right? Or 2 days?
2 days. Yeah, it's only been 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that, TD?
I was gonna say like shortly after dropping Batu off and like heading back home, like TD would be asking like, "Don't we have to rescue that Batu guy?"
We did.
Oh yes, I remember.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, and when you take Batu back to Charlie Sands, Charlie's like, "Holy shit, you did it! You brought Batu back too, my boy Batu," and he like hugs him and shit.
How about that extra 2K?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he stops and he and he busts out the money and hands over the stack of the credits.
Oh, did I say 2K? I meant 10K. No, kidding.
Still using physical creds? Come on, man.
And
Here, let me have
and
one.
Charlie says to you, so what was it? What happened? What were they doing? What the fuck? What is going on? What was this all about?
Batu, explain for us, Batu. You know everything.
Yeah, and Batu explains to him that the casino was using a human database that was infected by the heirs of Kurgaz to basically bioscan everybody that was in the casino and taking people that had the right blood type, basically, that would morph well with this this new material that the heirs of Kurgaz seem to have gotten from space. They have some type of partner that they're dealing with in space that gave them some type of substance, some black shit. I don't know what it is, but it mixes with the normal nano bio shit here from Ground Zero, and it just makes Shun nanomancers completely zombified. It fucks them up. It morphs and warps them into this sort of controllable shunned nanomancer, almost zombifying them. And then they found a way to kind of trigger their nervous system with this charge that they would put on them to kind of keep them docile and basically in this sort of standby mode. They were trying to build up this army to try to take over the city. They wanted to literally build up an army big enough to take out PSYOPs and other corporations, and just create their own army, basically to expand their cult. What was that?
Were they working with the Umbrella Corporation?
Yeah.
That's an old movie.
different IP, but yeah. So Batu just explains that, saying that they were capturing people to try to create this army to further their cult and take over the city. Some people matched the right blood type, some didn't. That's why it was just kind of a hit or miss who they were taking. Didn't really matter if people won or lost. It just mattered what blood type that they had, if they were compatible. But yeah, they figured out that I was snooping around. They were trying to get me to rat you out, but I wouldn't, he tells Charlie. And yeah, thankfully you sent the team in to get me, and I could stay alive long enough to get the fuck out of there. But yeah, Charlie thanks all of you, pays you, gets to the bottom of the story, takes Batu back, tells all of you, hey, anytime you want to stop by the bodega and supply up, I got all you. So Batu has your back with his bodega. Charlie Sands also tells you if you ever need a place to hide out or need any help, he's your fixer. He owes you, aside from the pay. He appreciates the work. And they take off. And the rest of you can head back to the junkyard. Tick can go ahead and get another nap. Y'all can have some drinks, wind down, and that's where we'll end our official campaign, Always Bet on Blood.
Woohoo!
Fuck yeah. We did
We
it.
made it! Only one casualty.
Yep.
That's true.
Thank you.
And it wasn't Tick. What the fuck?
And it wasn't Tick. I know.
What the hell?
Chick was not allowed to die.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
I took his death. I took your death for you.
and then again, it was the lucky dice, honestly, because Tick technically died, but he kind of killed himself. Didn't even die from fighting. He killed himself trying to use his newly found power. But the luck of the dice, man, they got you through that. Yeah, unbelievable. I am so shocked Tick didn't die.
Immortal.
I know, dude. I was so ready to give up Tick at the end.
Yeah.
But Tick is he feels invincible. He's gonna take on the whole world, and he's gonna walk out the street, and he's gonna get shot in the back of the head.
I was just gonna say, it'd be kind of funny is if you if you on a role playing side of things lean into this experience for Tick, right? And change his personality a little bit. Maybe he does feel like that. And, we'll get into Vast Grim, we'll get into other games, but like we always said, we want to cycle back through, Cyberpunk Red to revisit old characters from Team Nevermore, right? When we get back to Cyborg, which will be a new one for you, Nolan, joining Team Plug and Play now, which used to be Team Nevermore. But once we cycle back around to Cyborg again, to get back into these characters and what they get into after this, it might be kind of fun to roleplay Tick with that newfound confidence or something. Just something to that, maybe, Maybe it gets him killed, But I think that would be a fun, realistic roleplay thing for Tick. Is like maybe now he's really cocky, and like.
Oh yeah.
Even more?
Well, I mean, to the point where maybe he puts himself in a little bit. Maybe he's less tactful now. Maybe he's been very tactful and sneaky up till now. Maybe Nolan, maybe you play Tick a little different next time around because of this experience. I think that would be kind of fun.
Episode 1 of season 2, immediate death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First 2 minutes, first round of the new season. Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, watch the movie Nice Guys. Ryan Gosling's character is like,
love that one.
I think I'm invincible. I don't think I can die.
Yes.
I was thinking
Exactly.
the new Suicide Squad movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I think that would be great, man. I think keep that in mind. So when we do circle back around, we continue this lore Everything should evolve from past experience and things like that. And we'll also go over experience points and all that sort of stuff, because there is a little upgrade sort of options and things. So when we do circle back around to Cyborg, we'll have all of that to kind of get through. But that's it. That's the end of our Cyborg campaign. Always bet on blood. This is Team Plug and Play. We did Cyberpunk Red. Now we've done some Cyborg. I think next up is Vast Grim, which is basically Cyborg set in space. I would like to make new characters for that. I know originally we kind of talked about evolving these characters, continuing on, since Vast Grim is kind of a space cyborg, but we need new characters to make this work. I have a whole campaign idea. Some of the lore will connect. That's why I kind of crossed over a little bit of that lore of they into this, that black stuff and the tadpole-esque style things going on. Maybe some of that will come to light in Vast Grim, but all new characters with that. And that being said, I also want it to be clear to anybody watching and to the team, we are going to take a little bit of time off. We have New Year's to get through. Let's get through the rest of the holidays. Let's get into 2025, and then we need to read Vast Grim. I have all the books, the PDFs. We need to learn that, make some characters, get into that. So we probably won't get back into Team Plug and Play until like late January, probably. We'll probably need a few weeks to kind of learn the rules, get into it. But we will have a session 0. So anybody watching, make sure you keep your eyes open, your ears to the ground. Join the Cybernation Uncensored Discord. That is the best place to find all of us and to engage in our community. I'll put the link there in the chat, or if you're listening and you can't get the link, just search for Cybernation Uncensored in Discord. But join us there so you keep up to date with all the streams, all the casting calls, all the fun stuff and updates. But that's the plan. Let's go around the table and just any last words about this campaign, this team, your character, or if you just want to say goodbye to chat, and definitely thank chat for those +2s, I would say too. But let's go around. Let's go around the table. Any final words before we kill this transmission, Raven?
Hey everyone, it's been a pleasure playing Ruckus. I do try to lean into the character with the zaniness and just the insecurities that Ruckus does have. Look for The Walking Dead next week or next Friday. Vast Grim sounds very, very interesting, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's right up your alley too. You love the space. You love the space games, and you with the High Riders doing Cyberpunk Red and bringing it to space. I think you will enjoy Vast Grim.
Evolution with the High Riders, but.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You got an evolution of High Riders coming too, right? With new players and all that stuff.
We had players leave, and I'm going to be spinning up some of the players that responded to the casting call.
Nice.
So look for a little maybe a little bit of a change.
Oh yeah, awesome. Alex.
Hey everyone, thank you for chat for coming in clutch throughout the entirety of this campaign. The +2 you guys have thrown us. Let's just scrape by to the very end. So thank you guys for watching and participating. I'm gonna miss Shind, but I'm glad I'll have the chance to come back to him. I'm looking forward to Vast Grim. You mentioned going back to Team Nevermore, and I can't wait to play Scarecrow again. I've missed him, but
we missed it too, Scareman.
Like the cliffhanger for that one also is like occupying rent-free space in my brain. But it's great group, great team. I'm looking forward to the next thing we get into. And I look forward to chat joining us on that journey. Until then, you guys can find me the first Friday of January for more team. Not team plugin. I obviously need some food for some of the talk nerdy to me chat, and till then, this has been awesome.
Hell yeah! I really like the first January of Friday though. I want to figure that out.
Yeah.
I want to be there. That sounds really crazy.
Don't make fun of me. My blood sugar is getting low.
I know. This was a long session. It was the finale. We had to. Hey, Billy.
Yeah, that's why I was munching on almonds this whole time, keeping my Had a great time. Thanks, chat, for tuning in all the times, all the raid parties that showed up. And I had a great time playing as TD. Hope the voices didn't get all mouthful and confusing, but it was a lot of fun. And thank you, Rob, for running an awesome campaign. 10 out of 10 would do again.
Oh yeah, thank you. Vulpus.
Oh man, what can I say? I had a blast. Awesome team. Cannot wait to get into Bass Grim with these guys and see what kind of chaos can happen there. Got a cat complaining, wanting food behind me.
I hear that.
Yeah. She thinks she's starving. She's a 34-pound tabby that believes that she is being starved to death and will.
She's wasting away.
Yeah, she's wasting away.
Yes, I know, right? Yeah, and as TD said, or Billy, right, okay. Just awesome. 10 out of 10. We'll do again. Cannot wait to spin back around to this one, and cannot wait to move on to the next one because I see a lot of fun happening.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nolan.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for allowing me to be a player with y'all. This has been such a really cool. Just like when I signed up, I didn't know I was going to be playing with members of the original team Nevermore, which is where I started, and then having a game being GM'd by Rob, where I started watching CNU. It's just been super cool. It's almost like I've been trying really hard to contain the fangirlness. Just super fanboy, but with everything said, again, appreciate the chat for being in here, players, and Rob, our GM, and Tick was really interesting to play. It took a little bit to find him, but like as we went on, like he remembered, oh yeah, I used to be good at this. I used to be good at breaking in and doing this crap. Like he remembered.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, top notch. I want to end it by saying, not only thanks to chat for always being part of it, putting in the +2s, just being part of our story, giving ideas and all that, which is very cool. They're like the unofficial other players of the team, and I love that and appreciate that so much. But I also want to give a big shout out to all of you as players. Just top notch. I mean, just top notch role playing, from decision making to just getting in the voice of your player, evolving the player. Ready with a new character when death happens there for Vulpus. But yeah, no, just everyone's top notch gaming and decision making. I know at the beginning it was a little bit dangerous and sticky, and instantly everyone shifted to tactful, while still keeping the fucking intensity and danger there and keeping true to the characters, which I really appreciate as a GM. I think it really just, opened up the story and just made it way cooler than just quickly getting to the chase, right? And like killing the bad guys, saving the good guy or whatever. Like there's just so many good moments of great role play and elaborated moments of story within the campaign that just, you can't do without excellent players that can dive into a character and bring them to life, and then bring the story further to life and expanding parts of it. As a GM, you just kind of plant these seeds and you have your general idea and plot or twist or ideas or whatever, but it all comes together and comes to life with good players. And sometimes it's just a good story, and sometimes it just evolves into an amazing story with all these little fun moments and stuff. And I feel like that's what we always have. And I love it. It's more than therapy. It's a great fucking time. And again, I thank all of you as players just as much as chat for playing with me and making these moments possible, aside from making Cybernation Uncensored just the awesome community that it is. So again, thank all of you. Thank chat. Thanks to the community, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Take care, yo.
Cybernation Uncensored